Bot and robot and the bear. Are you gonna fucking edit in fucking like my singing the theme, the previous versions of the theme song? If I
usually I do.
We need a remix done.
Yeah, we need like he's got family who works in music. We need go.
Yeah, make it happen.
Come on, Eric. Use your resources, buddy.
Man.
We need Go Nakamura.
We have to get him on the podcast.
We should. Get him to pull out a ukulele,
Oh, the uke.
Yeah, and do a little oh, there.
Yep. We're live. Now you know.
Hey.
Now you know. We're live.
This is Robot and the Bear, episode number 37.
No, it's not.
36?
I think it's 36.
Okay, episode number 36. And tonight we have Miss Candie Bolton.
Hello.
She is an artist, painter, like in the traditional sense, but she's also probably better known for her designer art toy stuff and art toys and collectibles.
Yes.
Collectibles.
I like art collectibles. It's kind of like it's a little bit more of a wider umbrella than like art toys, So, but before we fucking go deep dive on Candie Bolton, how's it going, Eric?
I'm good, man. Very good. I'm just trying to change the picture on the YouTube page so it reflects us.
Yes.
It reflects us three because I think it's an old photo.
Oh, yeah. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. But shall I start with the old 5-0?
All right. Are we ready for the top fives?
Yeah.
Do you have a top five ready, Candie?
Not really.
Oh, yeah, you do. Okay. Luke Chew time.
Just gonna wing it.
All right. Yeah, we didn't have enough time to do one like last week because we were on the fucking clock with Netflix land in Netflix land.
Yeah. I think that's okay, though.
Yeah, it was okay.
I mean, because we knew that it would take 40 minutes for the top five, and then we only had 1 hour total, so
Right.
it's okay.
That was your shortest podcast ever, right? It's usually pretty long.
It usually goes about 2 hours, but that one, we had like literally a window of 1 hour in this like meeting, in this room.
Yeah.
And as we were kind of like going, we started seeing people piling up, around the doors. And I'm like, fuck, we gotta get out of here. So.
No pressure here this time.
No pressure. It's all chill. It's classic Robot and the Bear action. Anyways,
what is that? Classic Robot and the Bear action.
It means that we can just go until we're fucking done.
All right.
So for me, top five, I'll start with Complex Con. I went. I was, I think I kind of, envision something completely different, like just nothing but like supreme fuckboys all over the place.
There were a few of those.
Yeah, but it was a little bit more like just kind of chill, for me. Like I heard that you went.
Yeah, I went on the first day just for a little bit.
Was it packed?
Yeah, it was pretty packed. Lots of lines, and it was hard to buy anything. Right.
I went on the last day, and it was kind of like what I would expect for like a convention, just it was chill. I walked around, took a picture in front of the Murakami Godzilla painting.
Oh yeah, I did too.
It's a nice painting, and saw Murakami walking around with all these people chasing after him, and
was he wearing a costume?
Of course, he was doing his classic,
Oh, the pose with the foot up, 1 foot up pose.
I think so,
Yeah.
foot up, hand, opposite hand,
Yeah, what does that mean?
It means he's on the fucking go.
Yeah,
man.
it's like you're in action.
It's
right?
expressive.
Yeah, exactly.
I wonder who came up with that one.
He penetrates space. So, the thing I think I walked away from with, or was most impressed by, was their food selection. The food selection at the First We Feast Lagoon had they had tacos in 1986. They had
what's that? Tacos 1986.
It's kind of like one of the hotter taco spots now. It's in downtown. They have a space in downtown.
Wow.
They do like northern style tacos where it's like they have this big beautiful slab of avocado over everything.
So wait, northern style. Northern where?
Northern like border style.
Oh, okay. I thought you meant like northern California or something.
Like northern, like Mexico style.
Oh, awesome.
Tacos, and they do.
Why 1986?
I have no idea. Maybe he was born in 1986.
I wonder if this is like the new pho, pho 3000, pho 99, pho whatever.
Yeah.
Tacos 1986.
Yeah. I have no idea. I just kind of discovered him on like one of those like food insider or eater fucking videos, and like I stopped by the downtown location and loved it. And
cool.
Then,
awesome.
They had a booth there, and the prices were not gouging us.
So what else? What other food was there? That was
they had like a katsu sandwich place. And,
was it good? Oh, you didn't eat that.
I didn't eat it. Yeah.
I mean, that's cool and all, but
no, they had a guisado. Guisados was there, and then the
Awesome.
thing that really kind of like took me aback was they had, what's the name of that fried chicken place in Chinatown that like you have to wait 45 minutes?
Helen Ray's.
They had a Helen Ray's there, so but like it was associated with the Hot Ones show, and I do not eat.
You mean just the sauce? Is that the sauce thing?
No, like the show Hot Ones.
No, that's not the one where you try the chicken thing with one drop of sauce on it.
Yeah, the last
it.
stab one. Yeah,
Right, that.
Yeah, the interview
Okay.
show.
Yeah.
yeah. So it was like Helen Ray's in association with Hot Ones.
I see.
And I think an ice cream place.
Wow.
And I was like, and they had a shit ton more. Like they had like a fucking lobster roll play thing, truck and all this other.
So what did you eat at?
I ate at Taco Sec 86.
Oh, okay.
Because I was in the mood for tacos.
Awesome.
So I did that, and I don't know, like I basically had like a 4-pack of tickets for like $76 for the last day. So like you get 4 wristbands, and you
So
could
4
go.
people can go?
Yeah, for less than $20 each.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, which I think is worth.
Awesome.
Okay, my number 2 is chill hop study breaks.
Wait, that's the YouTube video still?
That's the
that
last
new
time
one?
I talked about synthwave. This time I'm talking about like kind of chilled out like.
But that's the one with the
beats.
girl like kind of like studying
or the raccoon girl like on the bed with the laptop.
Right. So I think I saw. Did you? Was there someone made a meme like she's been studying for years and still can't pass a test or something?
I don't know.
Like she's still studying.
I've been back at work
Yeah.
lately, and that has been on my like when I'm finally done like playing with my devices. I put it on.
Right on.
I'm able to like focus on the work, and it's all good. And the channels I recommend are the Chilled Cow channel and the Chill Hop Music channel.
Yeah, I use them too. It's like usually I have my computer in front of me, so I'll be searching on YouTube for random videos. I'll watch this podcast while I'm like working, or Netflix or Hulu. But like you kind of have to actively watch those things, so that's really bad if you're painting.
Yes.
So when I put on the like chill beats to study to, it's like, okay, you're going to just sit down and do your work and get it done.
Right, exactly, because that raccoon is not leaving the bed, and that girl is not leaving the desk.
Yeah.
Right.
So I've been a big fan of the YouTube music stuff, and I'm wondering whether or not it'll get to a point where I let go of Spotify and just go for the
Free YouTube.
Yeah, YouTube Premium. Just because like they cost the same, and like just to be able to watch like stuff without ads, like because I have like bookmarked all these like mixes. Or compilations of mixes, and there's like a ton of ads like interspersed throughout, which always just kills the flow.
Yep.
So. And
the ads sometimes are on purpose. They sound annoying. Mm-hmm. Like the Spotify ad used to be the most annoying ad ever. It's different now that ad, but there was another ad that was so annoying that I was like, "Fuck, I'm paying."
How much is Spotify?
I think it's $10.
It's about $10.
Yeah, I do. I just subscribe to Apple Music,
Mm-hmm.
and I think it's $10 a month too. But there's absolutely no ads, and they have a really good selection of music. I listen to like a lot of Korean and Japanese music, and they tend to have a lot of those artists on there.
Right. Yeah. Well, I mean, I guess it depends. Like, I have never dived into the Apple Music catalog, but I kind of figured that Spotify would have, I don't know, be open to more indie kind of stuff as opposed to Apple. I don't know. I'm not really sure. My taste in music is kind of esoteric. So like, I don't know.
I think you'd be surprised by the catalog that's on Apple Music.
I mean, like, if it was the equivalent of like a Spotify plus a SoundCloud, then I would definitely be all over the Apple Music.
It might very well be, but I don't have either of those, so I can't confirm that.
Well, SoundCloud is kind of like the indie music producer kind of.
What about
like,
Bandcamp?
Oh, and Bandcamp. Too.
Yeah, so that's a lot, right?
Yeah, if Apple could do all three in one like place, I'm sold.
I wonder if that'll eventually, there'll be some consolidation company that does it, you know, like getting Apple TV and it has all these things in it, so you can kind of get different things. So it'd be like cheaper, but you can get like all of them. Maybe.
Right.
I don't know.
Like how Hulu has that deal with like
that's what
HBO
I'm saying.
and
some
stuff
shit like that, you know,
Yeah.
where you get bummed out that you have it for $10 just for one, but then you find out I could have got them all for $10 if I used Hulu or whatever. Anyway. Those are ideas. Somebody out there make $1 billion.
Come on, make it happen.
Give me
Save us some money.
And give me a free subscription. But you can keep the $1 billion. It's all yours.
I'll be happy with a percentage of that.
Okay.
So my number 3 is white power Asians.
Whoa.
Yeah.
What's that?
Okay.
What is that?
So I found this article. The headline is Asian white supremacist Hank Yu arrested in Texas by federal agents.
Oh, that guy.
Yeah.
I haven't heard of this.
Yeah. So he's kind of you just need to look at. I think the photo itself kind of like explains everything. It's a Chinese guy, and for some reason he considers himself a Confederalist, which is of course the southern side. He's from Texas. He's got photos of himself, like hanging with like posing with like Nazi like and white power stuff, and he was got arrested by the ATF, and
for what?
I believe it has something to do with
just douchebaggery,
weapon charges.
Weapons.
Yeah.
Wow.
Weapons. So
is he one of those incels? Is he an incel guy?
He might very well be.
Because I mean,
he's not like a terrible looking human being.
Yeah, but it's not what you look like. Sometimes it's what you act like.
True.
You know, like, do you think he's in Texas? He's a white supremacist. Do you think the white ladies like him? Probably not. I don't think the white supremacists there's a lot of confused people in this world, Eric. So you think there's
maybe
because I'm saying all those like maybe pro-Nazi white women.
Yeah.
I don't think they like him.
No. They would
like.
Not.
I don't think he's going to get a freebie of any sort.
Right.
Or what's the other one? Sympathy thing.
Sympathy fuck.
Yeah, he's not getting one of those. He's not getting that. He's not getting any of these things. So gun charges sound about right.
Well, so like I reposted this on my Facebook and I wrote a joke, and that is, now we know why the alt-right love Andrew Yang, #GangGang. And it's kind of like there's this weird blurring of like the Asian Caucasian kind of thing that like I don't like at all, because
I don't know. What are you talking about?
Like Asian people being more accepted by like like white groups, and like Asian people kind of like wanting to like fit themselves in as white people or something like that, and I'm just not a fan of it, because I grew up my entire life being called a fucking chink or a gook or a zipperhead or a slope or whatever fucking Asian slang.
And guess what? You're all of those things.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
And more. And more.
And you know what? Like, don't fucking like let it go now, man.
Yeah, stay in your lane, buddy.
Fucking hold on to your fucking derogatory statements and use them, to fucking put me down. So, yeah. I am not your fucking like I am not a distant white person. So
damn.
My number 4 is Epstein did not kill himself.
Oh, that's what's going on with that? Like, what's the update? Like, where have you seen this?
All over social media.
Yeah, but like photos of what?
Random shit.
Okay.
Random weird stuff.
Because it was the Christmas stocking ones, right?
There's the Christmas stocking.
Yeah.
There's the Starbucks
like alphabetical Christmas stockings.
I saw that.
That were like says
dude, it is like all over my feed. Like here is the Dos Equis one. I don't always kill myself, but when I do, I didn't.
But, did you see the one that was I guess it was fake. Obviously, it was the In-N-Out Burger Cup.
Oh yeah, I think Scott Tolson made that one.
He made that? He did not.
Well, no, I saw
that one's. I don't. Maybe if he did, that's amazing. I think that's traveled the world now.
Maybe. Or, I don't know. I got it off of Scott Tolson's like feed.
Oh, okay.
So like
I have a feeling maybe not. Yeah. Maybe so.
Well, I was looking because I was I follow him. We're buddies. And
Epstein
no, Scott Tolson.
Yeah, okay.
And like he was reposting the shit out of all these fucking Epstein didn't kill himself memes, and I just like soon after looking at 12 of them, I just everywhere I looked, it was like me trying to figure out a way of inserting the Epstein didn't kill himself meme somewhere,
yeah.
And I someone posted an image of of Bart Simpson writing on the chalkboard, I didn't do something or another. Mm-hmm. And I just messaged, Scott, dude, you should make him write Epstein didn't kill himself, and once I took that little, I put my pinky toe in the pool of that meme, it was over.
Wow.
Now I'm obsessed with it.
Wow.
I really kind of it's weird because it's not no one's talking about it on the news.
Well, people are saying it on the news.
Are they?
Yeah. I see a guy gets interviewed and he's like, yeah, this, and this. And he goes, Epstein didn't kill himself. Right at the end.
Yeah.
Then,
I saw that. I saw that on Fox.
I saw that too.
Yeah. And I was like, oh, and that was crazy.
He was talking about his dog.
His dog.
Yeah.
Is that what it was? I can't remember.
Yeah.
But he was so happy to squeeze that in in one breath,
Yeah.
Yep. I would too.
He was proud of himself.
And I applaud him for it.
Cool.
Good job, fucking dog, dude.
Yeah.
I think it had something to do with the new Texas law about they used to euthanize police dogs after they served their term, and now that they made a law so people can be able to adopt them. And then as he was talking about being able to let these dogs live on, he threw that in, and I was just
yeah.
Nice.
He knew what he was doing.
Yeah. I fucking... I for some reason, that meme is just fucking...
What took so long? This meme should have happened a month ago or 2 months ago or whatever. What took so long? What started the meme thing?
That's what I want to know.
Okay, because those Christmas stockings were the first thing I saw. I don't know. Did you notice it anywhere else before that?
I think
that's where
that
I
was
saw
the
it.
first time I saw it too.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
It was even on that fucking. It was on a night whatchamacallit,
Jimmy Kimmel show type of thing.
Jimmy Kimmel, or Seth. What's his name?
Seth. I don't know.
He was an SNL guy. Seth Meyers one where he was talking about fucking these 4 new fucking holiday Saturday Starbucks cups, and you could put them together to say things, and
oh wow,
the Epstein didn't kill himself.
Wow.
Fucking thing, and that's when it got I think first time I noticed it in mass media like that. Wow. But it's been I feel like it's been going on for about at least I suddenly noticed it a week or two.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Oh, I just noticed it 3 days ago or something, or maybe 4 days ago.
As soon as it happened, everyone was like, "There's no way he actually did kill himself."
Yeah,
right.
But this is just now becoming a meme.
Yeah,
now.
for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's just weird how I didn't, the meme thing I just noticed 4 days ago at the most.
I wonder if
I'm new to it, I guess. Maybe I'm late.
Well, you're a busy man.
You saw it 2 weeks ago?
I saw it I remember seeing things because I when I'm bored and I'm sitting in my studio just I
see people say it oh, Epstein didn't do it. Of course he didn't. But then as a meme. I think it's new.
Yeah,
but okay.
I think I saw some.
You are a
I think I saw someone because I go on Facebook to look.
Yeah.
My Facebook is nothing but memes. It is nothing but memes.
That's cool.
So
Luke's really on top of it with the memes.
I want to be
okay, boomer, and Epstein didn't kill himself.
Okay,
That's
boomer is
topical.
one of my favorite ones right now. My sister introduced that one to me, and
I just noticed that yesterday was the first time I think I seen it
My sister,
You saw it like 3 weeks ago or
no,
something?
a week. I saw it like literally a week ago.
Oh shit. Okay.
You know, and then fucking like suddenly it's everywhere.
Yeah.
You know, even fucking like there was a thing in New Zealand where
Or
like,
Australia, maybe? Or was it
yeah.
New Zealand or
It
Australia?
was New Zealand,
But
and there was a woman, 25-year-old woman, talking about climate change, and like she was being heckled, and she just like snapped "Okay, Boomer" to them, and which is funny
Wow.
because I don't know if baby boomers are anything other than an American phenomenon.
I don't know.
Who knows?
Yeah.
And my number one is I have just recently been bootlegged again.
Oh
Yeah.
no.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
oh yes or oh no.
It's well, and you know.
Wait, I think I saw this. You posted it.
Yeah, I posted it. It's a painting of my
Yeah.
character
Oh,
on
no.
a puffy jacket, and of course I bought one. You know?
You
Oh,
did?
that wasn't a one-off.
No, it's a full product. It's okay. Yeah, it's a full production piece. Is it on the?
Oh, I thought it was a one-off.
No,
Oh,
they
my
do it on
God.
black jackets too. And so as soon as
what,
I saw
what company?
the company.
Wait, do you want to
here
give
it
them
is.
publicity? Because
No, I don't really want to give them publicity.
Okay.
But the thing is that
is it a company you've heard of
Um,
before this?
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
It looks like it was painted on by hand.
Yeah, it looks like it was fucking like
Holy
painted
shit.
on like with a spray can.
Yeah, like really low quality. I had no idea it was a production.
Yeah, and like they offer the jacket in black, and I was just like,
let me see this thing. And how much was it?
$116.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Are you sure that's yours?
Yeah, did they copy a specific
I mean,
painting of
it's
yours, or
it's
is it
close, but could it
inspired?
just be an like random? Just a white bear. Is there a chance that it's just random?
Wait,
accident?
look. You know what? Like,
what makes you think it's exact? Like, is there exact?
I'm
I mean,
sure
it's
if I
pretty
like,
close.
if I went through like there's a triangle nose, there's the fucking eyes.
but don't bears have a triangle nose?
not
I'm
really.
just
They're
being,
more
I'm
like
just,
blocky,
I'm just being the devil's advocate.
kind of
here.
round nose.
There's a little bit of like a God. I guess I don't see it. I see the a grade. Is there a gradation, or am I wrong? Is it just from it being spray painted? Like it almost looks
It's
like
just
you,
paint. It's
it
just
looks
a
almost
spray
like,
paint. It's
okay,
just a spray
so
paint.
the gradation makes me think it's totally yours because the gradation, your stuff usually has one.
Right.
Yeah, that's what makes me think most. If it didn't have a gradation,
You know
I'd be
what?
like,
If they gave him a mouth, I would like go, oh, okay, cool, whatever. If they gave him
now the eyes have a little bit of a sadness to it. Yeah,
That's the Luke trademark.
yeah. And is it
my
the
shit is sad.
What about the bear's head shape? Does that look a little like the bear?
Yes.
Sort of, kind of, right?
It does.
Okay, this shit's copy.
Yeah.
Sorry. Yeah,
It's a fucking copy.
I just had to
Fucking
know.
fakers.
So I fucking bought one. I'm looking forward to busting it out when I fucking go to fucking wherever I go. Hopefully I can get it before Thanksgiving so I could wear it to
Anywhere,
my family
man.
kind of thing. Because I don't think I would be caught
So
dead
is-
wearing that thing anywhere else.
Is there down in it? Is it a down jacket?
It
or-
looks like a typical snowy puffy jacket.
Where's it shipping from? Like, do you know?
Somewhere in America, I believe.
Is it okay?
You know.
That's weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, like,
Is
I'm
it
sure-
fashion?
I think so.
Is that supposed to be fashion?
I think it is.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is it? It kind of like it has like fucking like Complex Con written all over it.
Wow.
You know.
Or just con.
Not just Complex Con.
Just a con.
Yeah,
It's all a con.
It's it is what it is.
Yeah.
So when I saw it, I was pretty flattered, and then I reposted it, and then I had to get one, because
Did they contact you or nah?
nah,
They didn't go, "Oh shit."
no,
No. Okay.
yeah,
Do you think they care?
no.
I don't know who it is, so I don't know. Are they big?
They're from the fucking streets, man.
Are they big or are they small company?
They look like a small indie.
Oh, okay.
So.
I wasn't sure if it was like FUBU back in 2019.
If it was, I would be fucking retaining a lawyer right now. I'd be like, sorry, Eric, I can't do the podcast. Sorry, Candie, can't do the podcast. I'm working on retaining a lawyer right now.
Wow.
So you're not going to contact them or like.
I tagged them in the post,
Yeah.
David Horvath asks, you should copy the copy and make puffy jackets.
Oh my.
Oh, I should. Well, I was talking to a friend of mine who is in. I mean, that's what I did before too. Like,
Yeah.
that
Well,
the chicken on the table with the eggs
Sure.
was first being was taken from me and being used in a company in
Japan. Across the way from the zine shop, Taco Shay in Nakano.
and it's also
I took a picture just to show you that
Yep.
I was there in April.
Yep. And
I saw it.
You could also find them in whatchamacallit, and I think it's Harajuku.
Oh,
I
no.
know,
Same
so.
company, probably?
Same
Yeah.
company. Same company. And
So weird.
So and then they started creating all these variations on the design, and that's when I kind of knew it was doing well. And so when I produced my first shirt, I did that one.
Awesome.
And then what I also did was I took 3 of their designs, reinterpreted it, painted it a little bit nicer, and then sold those paintings, gave the images to Eyes on Walls, who do open edition prints, and have them fucking sell the shit for me. And
right.
Nice. Yeah. When someone copies you should just lean into it even harder. Just be like, no, it's mine.
No, it's
Fuck
mine.
you.
Yeah, I'm taking this and this and this.
Yeah.
And thank you.
Yeah,
right?
thank you.
Yeah.
And it's the series is called the Revenge is a Dish series.
I thought it was going to be Revenge of the Chew or something.
Nah.
Okay.
But yeah, that's mine.
Awesome.
Eric?
Good job. Okay, so, well, I guess I could almost stem off of it. Do you know who Kurt Suzuki is? Kurt Suzuki, baseball player from the Washington Nationals.
Okay.
So basically, this dude was a hero. He hit a home run. It's like people are posting on Facebook, first Asian American to hit a home run in the World Series. And he's from Hawaii, so he's an American Japanese. He's 36. He sometimes starts. He's actually a good player. We interviewed him in Giant Robot a long time ago.
Oh, cool.
Okay, so anyways, the Trump invites the Nationals to the White House. Right. Yeah, and some of them don't go, but many of them go. And he's talking about them, and then he goes, and he mentions the home run because he's like, it was a big moment. And then Kurt Suzuki, he goes, hey, where's Kurt? And he goes, Kurt, come up here. Like how Trump would always say that? Just come up here. Yeah. Bear Giuliani, hey, come up here.
Yeah.
But anyway, so he goes up there, and Kurt Suzuki has his own MAGA hat, and he puts it on and then says, I love you to the crowd. And it was the biggest burn because all these Asian Americans especially were like, oh my God, he's like a hero. And now they're like, oh, he's a hardcore MAGA dude, which is crazy. He outed himself as a MAGA guy, on a big stage like that, which is kind of funny. So, Asian Americans come in all kinds.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Fucking Yang Gang.
All kinds. So yeah, that's just funny because, everyone, he was like a hero one day and then people are like, yeah, I guess I have to separate the fact that he's a good baseball player, but he's a MAGA guy.
Dude, that's like I said, that's right up there with fucking Hank Yu, man. Fucking.
That's what I'm saying. It's very, very similar. It reminded me of it. I didn't think of it till you mentioned the Hank Yu thing, and I was like, oh yeah, there was another moment.
So do you think that's going to ruin his reputation?
I don't know. Probably already is, but it's okay. Yeah. I mean, he's a hero, hit a home run, and the team went on to win the World Series, and that was a big difference. Yep. He was a difference
now
maker.
Corn-fed white girls all over.
Well, he's married to a white woman.
All up in that.
He's the champ.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's got kids. He's not an incel. Yeah. Anyway, so okay. So my real number 5, because that was an add-in, as you mentioned, Hank Yu. Number 5. I went to a book fair at Blum and Poe. It's called Acid Free Book Fair. So I was actually trying to get a table there to bring books and shit. Yeah. And then they didn't have space because I found out about it really late, and I don't get invited to such things. I didn't even know about it. Mm-hmm. So I kind of saw it and I was like, oh no, it's next week. And I'm like, so I asked, I couldn't get one. I go to that thing and man, what was I looking at? I walked in there, I looked at all these tables. I recognized a few people, but barely. Most everything, I had no idea what I was looking at.
It was books. Super contemporary art kind of stuff.
Yeah, but young people. Everyone's kind of young, right? Everyone at the tables. There's no
hipster shit all over the place.
Right. There's no one wearing suits. It's kind of hipster, but so hipster that it wasn't risograph stuff. It was contemporary art books. Oh. And I was looking going, what is this? And I couldn't, Did
you pick anything up?
I did, but I probably didn't know 99% of the stuff or more. And it was all stuff that was
Was it stupid expensive?
No, it was. There are some things, but for example, I don't think one book I have in this building was there. Nobody had any of these books. Oh. You know what I'm saying? There was no James Jean, not one James Jean item in that whole place. And there was 50 vendors maybe, and not one. Right? That's what I'm saying. It's what is there? And it's all the stuff where I have no idea what most of it was or who the artists were. I've never heard of them.
It's kind of those dark corners at the fucking LA art book fair.
It's like that, but just imagine it more indie. and it was like that. And I'm like, and a lot of these publishers are from LA too. And I was like, who are they?
Do you think you'll be willing to do it next year?
No. So no. But I just felt so out of place. Like I was like, I don't belong here is what I kind of kept saying to myself. Like I walked the whole thing. I had fun, but I was like, I don't belong here.
So was it mostly art books or was it like written books?
It's mostly art books.
Okay.
I mean, it was meant to be an art book thing, but
Yeah.
I just was like, what am I looking at?
Were they
here?
like published books or
Yeah.
were they like stapled together?
No,
or,
mostly all published.
Wow.
There was a few things that were indie, but I mean, it wasn't Risograph City, you know, it wasn't all that. Because if it was Risograph stuff, I'd feel more comfortable, but most of it was not.
But you know, the thing is with like digital offset now, you can be able to do those smart bound, like, you know, smart bound is with the square spine.
Perfect
not
bind.
The,
perfect
spine.
bind. Yeah.
Yeah.
But it was just like, there was photo books, there was hardcover books. I mean, I know you can get all this done easy, but some of the stuff, you know, was special looking. Like it looked like, oh, this was expensive shit. I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't think everything there was indie, like super, you know, like
press
digital.
stuff,
It wasn't, you know what I mean? I think some of it might have been like museum catalogs, but I was like, I don't know who any of this is. Yeah, I'd never heard of it. So anyways, yeah, I was kind of like surprised. And I was like, what am I looking at here?
What's going on, LA?
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. It's like, I thought I knew what this stuff was, but I knew like very little.
Wow.
Yeah, I was dumbfounded by it. Anyways, there you go.
That's contemporary art for you.
That's number 5, and I don't belong there. Yeah, you don't either, Luke.
No, I know I don't.
You too. You definitely don't.
Yeah.
Like, there's no trace of any of these items there. Like, no toys, no nothing. And you doing paintings with a character? No characters. I don't think there are any characters there.
No, I was thinking what we could do
Seriously,
is
not
we
one
could
character.
like, you know, take like, you know, paper and we could just draw a line going through the entire thing. And we can encase it in a box of water.
Well, then we're going to sell it. Man.
You know,
we're going to sell that shit for a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah. The best thing though, Hamburger Eyes was there, but he was outside at a food booth. You know what I'm saying? Hamburger Eyes, he's the photo kind of zine guy. So I knew him, but he wasn't inside. He was at a food booth because his brother was actually cooking because his brother's a chef.
Oh.
So he actually was there with some zines and stuff at a food booth. So I actually was like, oh shit, here's one guy I know. I was stoked. Yeah, really, I was bummed. I was a little bit bummed.
Yeah.
I was kind of like, oh shit. Like, am I supposed to know this? But
Right.
guess not.
Was it like really popular? Were there a lot of people there?
There were people there. Yeah, decent
Like
amount of people.
shopping?
Yeah, there were people shopping.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Who were those people? And I mean, it wasn't old people. They were young. A lot of younger people. Like, I mean, young meaning 30. And they were there buying shit and like arty.
Oh.
Like there wasn't any trace to me of Art Center there. I didn't see anything I understood there like that.
Right.
This was all like something else. I don't know. Yeah. And basically there's layers to it all. So there you go. You know, that's a layer I just haven't gotten to. Yeah.
No.
Booyah.
Boom.
Yep. Number 4, Peter Chan, next art show here at GR2. It's called Spin and Go, which evidently is a play on, you know, spinning in a circle, getting dizzy and running. I was like, okay, that's a good title. Let's do that. You know?
I've never done that. I've
Yeah.
never tried to run after spinning.
Yeah, I haven't either, but I guess it's a thing people do. Like a lot of kids, maybe.
I've tried like spinning in a chair and then
Yeah.
standing up afterwards.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
yeah. But
Yeah, I
like
guess that's-
spinning and running.
So that must be like, Peter must have been, Peter, I wonder if Peter was really poor and like, let's have fun. Let's spin and run. You know, like you don't need video games. You don't need electronics. You don't need a cent of money. You can just do that with nothing. You could do that naked even.
You could.
So there you go. Like that's
Yep. You don't need
that's
fucking-
entertainment for someone who has absolutely nothing.
That is.
Yeah.
That is.
You could do that in your jail cell. Just about.
Not really.
No, but
no.
but you could spin.
You could spin.
Okay.
Yeah.
Close enough.
Because it depends on how big your cell is.
Yeah.
Like, are you in general population or are you?
Oh yeah, that's true.
So.
Oh yeah, you would know. Anyway,
Yeah.
so yeah, Peter Chan's up next. Should be fun.
Yeah, we want Peter on.
Yeah. Oh
What, is he, he's not this weekend, is he?
no, it's November 16th. Is when it starts.
Okay.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah. And number 3, Decon. I have my boba characters I made pins with. Well, I'm gonna have a plush set with Flat Bonnie. They're making my boba character.
Oh.
So it's a collaboration. Ooh, so
nice.
usually it's other people. I work with other people's stuff. This time it's actually something I designed.
Is it going to be like flat, like Bonnie
No,
stuff?
it's actually holdable like a cup. But it's plush.
Nice.
It's a plushie.
I think that works great.
But
because you
flat didn't work out. We tried the flats and they didn't look right.
Right.
Like it just looked like like a smashed cup.
Yeah.
Like a paper cup that someone stepped on.
Yeah.
It looked like that.
No.
And I was kind of like, oh, it's a smashed cup.
That's great
Like,
that
what the
like
fuck's that all about?
you're making like all these fucking like actual like nice standing like
Yeah.
things.
Yeah.
So
It's cute.
yeah,
You'll see.
I'm looking forward to it.
Anyway, yeah. So I guess in a way I'm also promoting decon.
Woo!
Yay. Yay.
Shout
Yay.
out
Yay.
Ben Gretzky.
Yay. No. Shout out to what's his name again? Kevin.
Kevin Cow.
Yeah. Shout out to Kevin Cow. Yeah.
Kevin DeCorner.
Yeah, is that his name?
We had a store called DeCorner,
Oh,
so
okay.
everyone would call him DeKevin.
Yeah, shout out to Kevin, man. It's all about Kevin. Ben,
all about Kevin.
Ben, step back. I'm just kidding.
Like, yeah, let Kevin spread his wings.
Yeah. Do you know him?
No.
Oh, okay. I think
He's,
he helps Ben out.
Yeah, he's Ben's
okay.
assistant.
Yeah. Is he Ben's assistant?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think so.
don't know. Seems like he's right there and does everything, a lot of stuff. Yeah.
He's also kind of like a hype beastie kind of guy.
Is he?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Well-
he like has all the fucking he like he gets all the bear bricks and
Oh, wow.
like goes crazy shopping like
Wow.
over there.
So he was probably at Complex Con.
Oh, I saw him at Complex
Okay.
Con. We ate lunch and he got like the lobster freaking chow mein, which had like a whole split lobster.
Wow.
Oh my
On it.
Well, he's a big
God.
dude.
He's a big dude.
So he needs to, add some vitamins.
Yeah.
He's got a lot of vitamins to replenish.
But it was but literally, I mean, like, you're in a you're at a fucking food thing in a fucking convention, and there's your fucking brown paper like tray thing with a whole split lobster on it.
He's keeping it real, man.
Yeah, dude, seriously.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Probably Instagram
It's
that.
that sweet fucking flip money. He was-
Damn. He was like, I already sold this. I'm going to buy the lobster. Yeah, that's cool.
So
Taking care of himself.
yeah,
What do they say on Parks and Rec? Treat yourself.
Yeah.
That's what he was doing. He probably says that to himself.
treat yourself.
He probably says that.
I say that to myself.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah, sometimes.
But he says that all the time. Way to go, Kevin. Anyway, decon. So, anyways, number 2, the band Wander.
They were here.
They came by GR. 2 of the members.
Did they know?
What do you mean?
Did they know that you're like a fanboy?
Yeah, they knew. That's why they stopped by.
Oh.
Yeah, they knew. So they actually stopped by, and I was like, oh my god, I was starstruck by two of the members.
Right.
And it turns out they're brothers. I didn't know that. Guitar player with long hair and the drummer are brothers.
Oh.
And it turns out the drummer writes all the music.
Whoa.
As the drummer, he actually writes the music.
He's one of those drummers.
Isn't that crazy? I was like, oh shit. Yeah,
There's like there's a very short line of drummers who are the actual brains behind the band. Now we know another one.
yeah. I was like, whoa, I didn't know. So it's rad. Anyway, so I got a Wander t-shirt, bought their albums, bought everything.
Wow.
And they were here just to go to Universal Studios, some kind of scary thing. Like they have a Halloween thing maybe.
Okay.
They came here to that. And
They drove all the way from San Jose
or Oakland, but they rolled deep. There was like 8 people here or something, or 10 maybe. They came in a
Whoa.
big old group. Yeah.
Oh, they got the entourage.
They roll deep. Anyways, it's a band you should check out called Wander.
Yeah, I've never heard of them.
I love them. They're from Oakland. But, yeah.
They're good.
Yeah.
They're like if you're into like that like fuzzy, rocky, instrumentally, guitar-y, emo, not emo in the sense of the 90s emo, but emo in the emotional sense.
Yeah.
They're
They're good.
good.
It's like one of my favorite bands.
Nice.
Yes. Anyways,
Nice.
and then I got to meet the 2 of the guys. I was really happy about that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We should
Anyways,
have them on the show one day.
awesome. Yeah. Would be great. Okay. Number 1, Post-it Show. This starts December 7th. Post-it Show. I know you can't be here because you're going to China. No, Singapore. Singapore.
Yeah. And then
China.
Japan.
China. I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's going to be a lot of Chinese people there.
Yeah.
That's how Singapore is.
Yeah.
But I will be dropping some stuff off, I think.
Oh, good. Do it. Are you doing Post-its?
I mean, I got the invite.
Oh, yeah, you're doing it. Yeah. Okay, you're doing it.
I
Yeah,
haven't
yeah.
responded yet,
Oh,
but
no,
I'm always in it.
Just do it. Okay. So,
Yeah.
have you ever done anything, just curious, have you done anything anti-China in your art? Have you ever, or making fun of China?
No, because
Okay.
I want to I want my work to get into the Chinese market.
So
So
you want that China money.
I want that sweet China,
Have
that
you-
yuan.
So you haven't done like a Mao painting with like something like that?
No.
No,
Well, I have
okay.
done a Mao in like, my, like I did it, my Headspace series, and like in one of the paintings I had Mao Zedong coming out of the costume.
Oh, is that good or bad in that case? Like, would that be like an insult to?
I think it's an acknowledgement of the fact that, like, I was fascinated by Mao Zedong when I was a kid.
Me too, actually.
So-
East Asian Studies major.
Yeah, that's right.
I went all out.
And
I was a Chinese. What do you call it? A weeb, but I was like a Chinese one. Like I was into China stuff.
weeb.
China
Yeah,
weeb.
yeah, I was a China weeb.
I was
A chaweeb.
I was really interested in all the
Yeah.
weird dictators and like
Yeah, me too.
like I did like when I found an old paper I wrote like in 3rd or 4th grade on Hitler.
Oh, you go deep, man. That's-
So, but
Yeah, I met a person when I went to China, like in the countryside, and I was saying how I was like, I was interested in Mao stuff, and she hated America, and she was all into Russia stuff, like 'cause she was sort of like a
Leninist kind of.
hardcore, and then she was like showing me all this other stuff that was like this Russian stuff that she was into, and I was like, is she like trying to connect with me with this? Because I couldn't talk to her, but she's just like showing me all this like propaganda looking stuff, and I was like, oh, this is like getting too serious.
Wow.
Yeah, then she was like, probably she was hardcore into it. Anyways, just wondering. If,
Was it like northern China kind of stuff, like closer to the Russian border?
No, it was just close to the spicy area, Sichuan area.
This like southern.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but spicy. Yeah. Anyway, nonetheless, I was just curious if you're getting yourself banned from China or
I've
something.
thought really hard about doing like Winnie the Pooh and Emperor's like robes.
You'll
and stuff like
probably
that.
get banned in China.
Yeah, I would get banned.
Yeah.
And like I was thinking about doing it under like a pseudonym, but like I don't know, like none of the factories in China or the companies I work with in like Asia would do it.
Oh,
It would work so well with your style. It's like it would be perfect.
I would avoid doing it like paintings. I would just like want like this big, I want like a Winnie the Pooh in the full like imperial like Qing Dynasty like imperial thing with like the hat with the red.
so I've kind of heard that our favorite artist that we talk about here
Yes.
a lot.
Oh yeah, he got bumped. He got
is
like
banned in China.
Oh, really?
because of the Mao Zedong thing with the X's on the eyes.
Yeah, I heard. I don't know if that's true or not.
We're talking about cause.
Cause watch. Uh-oh, here it is. Cause watch. The word comes. But then somehow he'll spin that to make himself more money, I'm sure.
Oh, I'm sure. I'm sure
Yeah.
that piece has gotten him is probably on the aftermarket for a ton of money now,
Right.
or ton of
Yeah.
potential money.
But he's going to lose out on that China money.
Oh, I
That
know.
sweet, sweet China money.
I know. He got that fucking yuan.
But does that give him more integrity?
I don't know.
No.
See, he's going to spin it somehow to get more
You
money.
know,
But he's in the Middle East right now getting that oil money, though.
Oh yeah.
Right now. That might be bigger.
Yeah, but the thing is that like we're dealing with our future fucking Chinese overlords here.
Right.
Did you see the Chinese fashion designers in at ComplexCon when you went?
Oh, which one?
There was a couple of them, and they had really Chinese names, and they had big old Chinese characters, all over it, and I was kind of like, wow, okay. Like I have never seen like hipster Chinese fashion in America before, but here it is, and they had
Right.
huge booths,
Wow.
with like and like really good looking clothes,
Wow.
Like if I was maybe 10 years younger, I'd probably consider wearing it.
So was that company that bootlegged your thing wasn't Chinese?
I wouldn't be surprised if it was.
Really? Okay.
But the thing is that like, it seemed like it was an American company because, their name is like Sid Urban or something like that.
Wow.
Not like Ching Chang Chong or some whatever.
Damn.
Fucking, like me being like an ignorant Chinese guy.
Right.
Fucking
Ching Chang Chong.
Ching Chang Chong fashions.
Go
Ching
for it.
Ching Chang Chong apparel.
3 C's, man. The 3 C's of happiness.
Dude, that's it. 3 C's apparel.
Yeah.
What does that mean? Oh, like
Ching Chang Chong.
Ching Chang Chong.
Wow.
You know what?
Holy
This
shit.
just goes to prove that like I'll make fun of Japanese people. I'll make fun of Chinese people. I'll make fun of white people. I'll make fun of anyone that's not going to kick my ass people.
Yeah.
Which is the reason why I don't make fun of black people.
Oh.
Which right there, I have already just made fun of black people.
Be careful.
Yeah. Or Mexicans. Those guys.
Oh,
will,
be careful too. Yeah.
Those guys will beat the shit out of me too.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
So, anyways,
We have our special guest, Candie Bolton.
yep. Thank
and
you for your patience.
She also has a top 5.
Yeah, kind of. I'm not very well prepared. But I brought one of my toys today, Bake Kujira, and I have a lottery going on for it right now. So if you want any details about that lottery, it's in my newest Instagram post. It is marbled vinyl, 3 colors. There's clear with pink glitter, pastel yellow, and pastel blue.
Wait, what is it? A lottery?
Yeah.
So what do they need to do?
They have to email me some information, and then I draw the lottery winner on
Whoa.
Sunday.
So this is actual Japanese vinyl, right?
Yeah, it's made in Japan.
So it's just to buy it though?
Yeah, to buy
They
it.
still okay.
Yeah.
How
not
much
for
is
free.
this?
$220 plus
Oh,
shipping.
It's cool. It's
It's,
beautiful.
and it's got the double pour going on there. You got the clear
Yeah,
with
it's
the
triple pour actually.
Triple
Yeah,
pour.
so see the horn is like translucent
Yep.
on the tip.
Yep.
Yeah, because he did the clear vinyl, and like the tips of the fingers are clear
Wow.
too.
yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, so
Wow.
what? So they start with the clear, then they go
Yeah.
in with the yellow.
Either yellow or blue, I guess, and it mixes around in the mold, and then they pull it out. It's a very like handmade process for each piece, and I've watched him do it in his factory. And if he like pours it and he doesn't like how the colors mix together, like sometimes they can like become muddy, then he'll just like throw it out and he'll start over. Like he's a
Wow.
real like perfectionist with that.
Wow. So and the glitter is part of the clear.
Yeah, the glitter was mixed into the clear.
Wow.
So I'm calling it Seafoam Spectre because the blue and the yellow combine to like a seafoam color, and then the pink glitter is kind of like the sparkles that you'd see on like a wave like crashing against the cliffside.
Yeah.
I can see
Whoa.
that. Nice. Very cool.
Very cool.
When does the raffle end?
On Sunday.
Sunday.
Yeah. So yeah, just email me. I have information on how to enter it on my Instagram.
Candie Bolton.
Yeah, Candie Bolton.
CandieBolton.
Yes.
Yep.
And yeah, if they want to email you, it's candiebolton@gmail.com.
Yes. Correct.
Damn.
Wow, just guessed.
Yeah. Oh, you did. Awesome.
Good guess.
That's a good one.
For number 4, I guess, I just flew into LAX today and they changed the rideshare system. So
Whoa.
I was worried about that. Actually, I was trying really hard to find a ride from the airport so I didn't have to deal with that, but I couldn't find one. So I actually just decided to see how it would go. I got my bag, and as soon as I walked out of baggage claim, there's a shuttle bus that would bring you to the rideshare area, and it was right there. So I was like, I guess I'll hop on this bus and check it out. So they take you like off site of the airport, it looked like. So this separate area where there's just like lines of there's a whole line area for Lyft and Uber and taxis. And when I went there, it was early in the morning, so it wasn't very busy at all. So luckily, I pretty much didn't have to wait. Like my Uber showed up right away.
Whoa, cool.
And
Nice.
yeah, it was actually not bad at all. But the guy who picked me up said that he was there on like the first day they implemented
I
it.
heard it's, yeah.
It was really bad. He said that he was waiting for like an hour, and then people would just end up canceling. So it's just wasting everyone's time.
But that they were able to work out the kinks apparently.
Yeah, it seemed like it. I mean, unless I just happened to arrive at a time that wasn't very busy. Maybe I just got lucky. Like, who knows what it will be like closer to Thanksgiving and Christmas and stuff.
But I heard traffic's a lot better in LAX because of all that rideshare and taxis are gone.
Well, yeah.
Oh, I imagine.
Wait,
yeah.
taxis are gone too?
Yeah.
So there's no taxis. Oh my God. So you really can't get a ride. You have to, I was thinking you could take a cab.
I wonder if like
I guess you
but
can.
the express shuttles or the LAX shuttles, I wonder if they still go inside there.
I think so, right? Like all the parking shuttles.
Yeah.
So what you
Yeah.
could do is probably get on a parking shuttle and get to a parking lot, then just call an Uber that's
Right.
outside the LAX thing who doesn't want to go in there.
Well, I mean, like, you know,
You could
they,
probably
well,
do
they
that,
have
yeah.
like shuttles showing up at the terminal every like so many minutes,
Yeah.
and so like I think that like, I don't, if I had to take an Uber or whatever, I would do that. But like, I'm used to, I've always seen those express shuttles, and I like, I don't mind using those.
Oh, you mean like a super shuttle?
Yeah, super
Oh,
shuttle.
so it takes you all the way to your house.
Yeah.
Oh, I got you.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
Sometimes I have heard some bad luck stories on those.
Oh, I've had a really gnarly story on one,
Yeah.
for one. But I don't want to interrupt your thing. Oh,
No, I'm like right now trying to think of what my next.
okay,
topic
I'll
is.
tell you my gnarly story while you're working on your number 3.
Okay.
Okay, so basically, I got an express shuttle. Shuttle picks me up, in the morning. On my way there, it takes me to the airport. Everything goes great. On my return, I come in like kind of late at night, and instead of a shuttle, they had a driver for me. And that driver had the worst fucking BO.
Oh.
Ew.
And like, I live like fucking like 45 minutes away on like without traffic, to get to my apartment. I mean, fortunately it was late at night, but like, oh my God, it was so bad. I was just like, oh my God, this is fucking terrible. And I tried breathing only with my mouth, for the entire trip. And he was talking to me, which is the fucking worst. Like, I do not like being spoken to, when I'm doing this kind of, ride thing. I'll put my headphones on, and I'll just like, stare out the window and enjoy a view that I usually don't enjoy because I'm constantly driving.
Wow.
So, yeah.
So would you rather have BO or ass? Which one would you rather have that smell? Like, let's say he just smelled like poo, right? Or BO. Which
Here's
one
the
would
thing.
you pick?
This is more like a fucking, an old BO smell that like on top of new BO smell. You know what I mean? Like the Kai has BO, and like, the BO has kind of like seeped into like the upholstery of his
my
car.
God.
So like it's like old and musky and
I think you'd prefer the BO is what you're saying. I'm just kidding.
I don't know. I don't know. That's a really tough fucking coin to toss.
Yeah, they're both awful.
I'm glad you could think about it, but yeah.
I mean, but
I was thinking no, both are bad. But
here's the thing: like a person who smells like ass realizes they smell like ass. A person who has fucking BO and lives with that shit day in day out does not realize they have BO.
Oh, okay.
That's true. Yeah, they get used to it. They become nose blind to their own smell.
Wow. Exactly.
Wow.
But like, man, if you like accidentally shit your pants, like you're self-conscious of that thing. You have your windows rolled down,
right?
Unless that's just a regular thing.
Yeah.
Then you have bigger problems.
Right.
Right. You shouldn't be fucking driving ride shares.
Oh my God. Okay, well, did you get your number 3 yet?
I guess I'll just talk about Japan. 'Cause
Oh, yeah.
I just got back from Japan on October 24th, and I was traveling solo for that. So I think it's like the second time I've traveled solo in Japan now. And on the way here, I was talking to Luke about he's planning his trip to Japan, and he's going solo this time. So I wanted to give him some tips on traveling solo. And for me, like the biggest thing that's changed my trips is that I don't use Airbnbs anymore. I've been using hotels.
Good.
And it's so much better
Yep.
when you're traveling solo because when you arrive, no matter what time it is, maybe you can't check in right away. You can leave your bags at the front desk. And also, they almost always speak English now, especially because they're gearing up for like the 2020 Olympics. So it's like really convenient.
Cool.
So I just go there, I leave my bags, and then I usually stay in Akihabara because there's like everything that I like is there. I can just walk out and like start playing like UFO catchers and stuff.
Oh my God.
And like go shopping, and like check out the gachapon. And Akihabara feels like my second home now. I've like stayed there so many times and I know it so well. I just love being there. But so like the other good thing about being at a hotel is that you can ask them to call a taxi for you.
Sure.
If you like don't feel confident about like finding a certain place like on your own through like the train system, you can take a taxi. And then also when you're leaving, you can check out, leave your bags at the front desk, go and enjoy your day, and then before you go like have to leave for the airport, you can pick up your bags and go to the airport.
Cool.
That is.
Where'd you stay, or which hotel?
Oh, It was a new one, Hotel Rizal. So it was more on like the Kanda side. It was right next to the Kanda River. But
Was it cheap?
it was decent. I think it was just over 100 a night. Yeah.
But yeah, I
That's
just
not
know
bad.
Airbnbs in Japan. I stayed at one, and the hotel's way better.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it was the Airbnb is not bad. It's just kind of, but ultimately it's kind of crappy.
Yeah.
I would say.
I stayed in Airbnb
Yeah.
a couple of times. The last one we did was a One Piece themed Airbnb.
Was that a bonus for you, or was it negative?
I was traveling with my friend Jesse Yu, who has been on the show, and Linda Lee, and like we just thought the idea of this manga themed Airbnb was so fucking hilarious and absolutely ridiculous. We had to fucking do this.
And it was awesome.
Oh no,
It was awful.
no! It was just like all it had was like the wanted posters from the manga
wow.
on there, and then they had a couple hats, because a lot of characters wear hats, and
Right.
we
Put on the hats.
take pictures,
I've seen those Airbnbs where it's like they're anime themed and stuff. I feel like it's such pandering because they know like who's coming there. So they'll choose like, oh, what's popular with Americans? And then they'll decorate it with like Naruto and stuff and like Cowboy Bebop or
Nice.
Ghibli.
Stay in a hotel if you can.
Yeah.
I think your pricing might almost be the same. Or
It's
end
really
up close,
similar.
Yeah.
But the benefit of staying on Airbnb, I think it's good if you have a lot of people and you want to stay in one place.
Right.
Because you can find a pretty cool Airbnb that has like multiple rooms.
Right.
And so that's convenient. And then you split the cost. And I think then it'll be worth it.
Right.
Yeah, but if you're traveling solo, definitely.
I'll
go to the
be
hotel.
you'll definitely hear from me before.
Yeah.
So I get some more information from you.
I'm always
Tips.
really happy to give tips on like traveling to Japan because that's like my favorite thing to do. So I like talking about it.
Me too, actually.
Really?
Yeah, I dig it. Yeah.
There's a lot of information you get from you too.
Sure.
Yeah.
yeah.
When was the last time you went?
I went in April.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are you planning your next trip?
Maybe February.
Oh,
is what
that's
I'm
a good
hoping
time
for.
to
Yeah.
go. It might be snowing.
It's a little
then.
cool, but
Yeah.
Yeah, I need to know like where to find that fucking pizza.
Oh, what pizza?
I like Seirinkan. Do you know that place?
What is it?
It's called Seirinkan.
I don't think so.
It's in Nakameguro.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. There's that, and then there's the place called Savoy that are like the two really good places.
I've heard of Savoy.
Yeah. See?
What type
Ooh.
of pizza do you get?
Just the margarita.
Oh.
They only have two kinds. It's the margarita and the whatever it is, the other one.
They only have two kinds?
Yeah, that's the whole thing is that it's like, whatever, Naples style, just two kinds, the two classic styles.
But they do it like amazingly.
Better than anything I've ever had here anyway.
Damn.
But, you might go there and be like, meh, tastes like everything else here, but it does not.
But I
Yeah.
want to.
It does not.
I want to. I want to try it. I want to.
You should have
I
it.
know, like it's your like.
I love that
you
place.
and I have talked pizza many a time, and
I know.
like,
And I love it.
yeah. We have pizza talks, like
So where do you eat when you go to Japan?
So I really I have a few favorites. I really like Ichiran ramen.
Okay.
Because it's so convenient. It's open 24 hours and you don't have to talk to anyone. It's very good for people who are antisocial. And then I also like Sushi Zanmai. That's another place that's open 24 hours. And the sushi quality, it's better than a conveyor belt sushi. It's kind of it's a good middle ground because you still have a good value. It's not too expensive, but good quality fish as well.
So you eat sushi.
Yeah, I love sushi. And just going to Genki Sushi and Sushiro are also amazing. I'm not going to complain
Where's
about
Genki Sushi? Is that in Japan?
Yeah, but
Oh, because they
it's
have that in Hawaii. I know it's the same. Okay.
And Uobe is another. I think that Uobe and Genki are the same company, but those are more in suburb areas. Oh, and there's Kappa Zushi. Have you
actually,
heard of
there's a
that one?
Genki in Shibuya.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yes.
that's the one I usually end up at. So
They're usually more family style restaurants, I think. So it's harder to find them inside of Tokyo.
Oh yeah, I went to one that was on the outskirts. I don't know
Yeah.
which one it was, but it was also really good. But it was
Yeah.
definitely I was like, oh, I would never be able to find this place.
And it's
on foot.
$1 per plate. And
Yeah.
at the end, when you get your bill, you're like, that's it. It was $10. And I ate all the sushi that I wanted.
Damn. So nobody
Yeah.
talks to you?
When I'm in.
No, anywhere in Japan.
Oh, actually, so I.
because you said you're all antisocial.
Oh, I
so-
mean, yeah, I'm antisocial in general, but actually, I got stopped way more times than ever before during this trip in Japan.
Why?
Was it the Kleenex guys? Fucking
No, not that. So I think it was my hair, which is interesting because I've always had like strange colored hair, but this green hair in particular has gotten me like more comments, like good and bad. I guess mostly good, but I got stopped for like 2 interviews. I got random guys saying like, I want to take a picture with you, and like just basically any store, like walking in and out of there, like someone would tell me that they like my hair. Yeah.
So the shy Japanese, are they dudes? It's all dudes, right?
Sometimes it was girls.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, especially if like they were like a worker, you know, and
Right.
like I went and got coffee, and then the girl was like, "Oh, I like your hair."
Wow.
Yeah.
Do you ever go to like the maid cafes and stuff like that?
I don't. I haven't been to a maid cafe. I am slightly interested, but it doesn't exactly appeal to me. And I think the food is really expensive because it's more about the experience
Yes,
right,
than
yeah.
like the quality
Even
of
the
the
drink
food.
with coffee is bad too. So.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's not for that.
like maybe like 5 or 6 years ago, I was really curious about like maid cafes and stuff, but then
It's like,
There's a
yeah.
butler cafe that has like all guys, and so that's kind of interesting. But I think that you need like a higher level of Japanese to like really enjoy it.
Right.
Yeah.
That's the. I think that's the thing. Like,
Yeah.
I don't think I'd be able to understand half of the weird shit that comes out of their mouths when they're casting like their spells on your food and shit.
Yeah.
You know. So you know.
You have to know the chant when they're
Right.
like
Yeah,
putting
when they're the
like,
show on.
the omurice, they're like putting the like ketchup on it or something.
Yeah.
You say moe moe kyun.
I don't even know what that is, but awesome.
Oh really?
Wow.
Cool.
See, I didn't even. Well, at least you're definitely like one level up on the fucking maid cafe thing. than I am.
Definitely. Yeah.
It seems really cringy. I don't know if I'd want to go. It could be fun. I don't know.
Right.
It's not really my thing.
No. I don't know. I kind of feel like the maid thing is done. Anyways.
Yeah.
So, well, yeah. Well, yeah.
Was this all number 3 on your top?
I think so.
Oh my
It's a
god.
pretty good number 3.
Yeah, well, see, like I can talk about Japan forever. I just like love being there.
Yeah. Japan's awesome.
I'm already trying to plan my next trip there in December. So I
Wow.
hope that
well,
works
if you're
out.
there and I'm there,
Yeah.
we'll fucking do Akihabara.
Yes,
You know,
that'd be amazing.
because I don't think I've even like scratched the surface of that city.
Yeah.
Like, you know, like I've like gone and I've looked around and I've bought stuff, but then like, you know,
You got to go with somebody who knows a little bit of it.
right?
Yeah,
Because like
it
it's
helps.
all nooks and crannies about that part of town. Like
Yeah.
you know, like the weird like you know, toy shit like is like on the 12th floor of fucking said building. You know, and the password is you know whatever.
but locals know like what's a better deal too.
Right.
Because like I went to that place called Super Potato.
Oh yeah.
And then a friend of mine just said, "Oh, that place is expensive. There's this," and then we went to a different one. It was lower priced.
Yeah,
Right.
Super Potato is famous now,
Yeah.
so they hiked up their prices because they
Yeah.
know all the tourists are going there.
And I went to one place where a guy was, like those you could rent a small cubicle in like a shop that has many
Yeah.
cubicles, and then you sell whatever you want in that cubicle.
Yeah.
I went to one where the guy was actually loading in like old Japanese video games. So he was like an expert, right?
Yeah.
And his stuff was, he said Super Potato buys from him often.
Wow.
So I was getting stuff from him, and he was telling me what to get. He was
Oh.
like, this one. And he was, and it was all cheap.
What did you buy?
Bunch of Famicom games.
cool.
Yeah,
I've
yeah.
only seen those kind of places in Nakano, but
Oh yeah, there's Akihabara had one. I don't know if it's still there, but last
Yeah,
time I
in
went.
Akihabara, in those cubicle things, it's mostly anime figurines.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
But this
haven't seen
one
any
had
with
video games. Yeah, it was just like a guy had 2 cubicles, but he just happened to be there, so it was like I was like, oh shit.
Yeah.
And he was the expert. He knew everything. I could say I want a game like this, and he was like, oh, it's this. Or I could say one where 2 players can play together, and he's like, oh, and he just picked everything out like right away out of his stack. He was like, all these, and then he's like, this game sucks, don't get it, And, you know what I mean?
avoid this one.
That's
Yeah,
cool.
shit like that. Anyways,
Aw.
yeah,
Nice.
Japan's
Nice.
rad that way.
Yeah.
Yeah, the otaku are super otaku, not just like scratching the surface.
know.
They know everything.
Right.
This guy knew everything.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's good to have people like that, to know that those kind of people exist,
There's a lot of those.
and especially when they're helpful.
Well, I feel like my number 3 was like 3 and 2.
Could be.
So I just
Sure.
want to
Could
get
be
to
all of
number 1.
Yes.
Number 1 is my Hello Kitty toy that is, I'll be doing a signing for it tomorrow evening at the Hello Kitty Hollywood flagship store.
Whoa.
Nice.
So I think the event goes from 6 to 10 p.m. I'll be there signing, I believe 6:30 or 7:30 to 10 p.m. Yeah, but basically go there. You can buy an exclusive colorway of Hello Kitty, the toy that I designed. It's a pastel colorway.
Do you have a picture of it so we could like put it on the camera?
Yeah.
And also, meanwhile, people have said Friends is the low-key retro game store. A guy
Oh
named
yeah, I've heard of
Rock
Friends.
Bogard says that.
Oh, that's my boyfriend.
Oh, his name is Rock Bogard.
Rock Bogard.
That's not his real name.
Wow, that's hard. That's hardcore.
That
right
is
there.
hardcore.
David Horvath says Top Boy in Kamada Otaku is a good place too for games. So there's a couple places.
Is it showing up on the camera?
We are behind. So yeah, there it is.
So that's the pastel colorway. And
It is
that
the
will be-
long-legged Hello Kitty.
It's available in 20-inch and 9-inch.
Wow.
20 inches.
Okay,
It's
wait.
huge. It's like this big.
How much
That's
is
like-
that?
How
Do you know
much
the
is-
prices?
The
Yeah.
20-inch is $500. The 9-inch is $65.
Wow.
This is some serious Harajuku stuff going on
That's
here.
Yeah, I was inspired by like the kawaii like street fashion for this one. Yeah, there's like a fashion style called like dreamy cute, I think, and I forgot what it was in Japanese. But that's what I was inspired by. It's kind of like pastel goth-ish kind of
Right.
style.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, that's we were talking in the car about the fact that was kind of like one of your first like at least that I'm familiar with, like kind of human-y,
Yeah.
characters. But before we dive into that, let's talk about you. I learned about your work a couple of years ago, I think, and then like maybe like 4, because the years go by so much faster than they used to. Like,
Why is that?
Because we're getting older and time is relative, and the way we measure time gets, it just ends up feeling shorter and shorter the older we get.
Right.
Because remember like the first time you turned 10 years old, it fucking took forever. But like, then when you turn 20 years old, it took half the amount of time. And then when you turn 30, it's even shorter and shorter and shorter. And the next thing you know, you're dead.
Is it because it's the same shit over and over that you've kind of experienced?
You
know what I'm saying?
Yeah, maybe because
It's like, oh, I've done 8 decons now. And it's like, look how that time flies.
Yeah, well, like, I think this time glosses over. You gloss over certain experiences.
Yeah.
And like
It's not every experience isn't like this thing where you're like, oh, I remember 42 days ago I did this, and then 43 days ago it was this. And
Yeah, I heard you can kind of slow it down if you do unique things every day, or just like as often as you can. Try to do something different. Kind
Damn.
of slows it down a bit more. But
See, I said that and I don't do it, but I've said that because one of my goals, I made it a New Year's resolution about a few years ago to make time slow down.
Oh.
And I thought that was how to do it, and I didn't do it. Like I ended up not doing anything like that, but that's what I said. That's how I would do it.
Unfortunately, you live with
Motherfucker, I didn't do
you
it.
have a routine you have to adhere to because you own businesses and you gotta.
I own businesses so I can break the routines.
Oh,
That's not true.
Anyways,
That's not true. I'm sorry. It sounded good though.
We met. I think it was like 4 years ago, 3 or 4 years ago.
that sounds right.
Yeah, like at Designer Con, and then like I'd seen you had done videos of like how tos,
Airbrush.
Airbrush.
Sofubi. Yeah.
But like, okay, so education. How long you've been like doing the working as an artist on a professional level, etc.
My first art show was 2013 in December. So you can kind of pretty much say I started in 2014 is when I started taking my art more seriously. Because before then I was just like, I was a graphic designer.
Okay.
So it's still like art related,
Yes.
but it was very commercial. I worked for a hot rod shop, so it was creative still in its own way, but not like my style of stuff. But I did get exposed to like more like the whole like what do you call it? Lowbrow art style. Yeah.
What city is that in? Or
It was
were you
in Sacramento.
Sacramento.
Yeah. And
That's
I'm still there.
Gotcha.
And so you're from Sacramento.
Yeah. Unfortunately.
Well, what can you do?
Yeah.
But like, so how did you get involved in like, so what were you doing? Like the graphic design, I understand the graphic design path because I took the graphic design path as well. Like, I never thought that I had what it took to be a quote unquote studio artist.
Yeah.
And so I wanted to take the practical path, which is the graphic design path,
right?
For the steady paycheck and stuff.
Sure.
And they still teach you all the same kind of stuff, color theory and composition, et cetera, et cetera.
Yeah.
But like, so when did you start doing, like, were you just drawing the entire time too?
Yeah, so I've always enjoyed drawing ever since I was really little, and I used to like win art contests, and I was like, that was my thing. It's like I was the artist in the class, like I was the best artist.
Wow.
And then when I was a teenager, it was mostly like drawing anime characters and stuff, and then I stopped drawing.
Did
for
you have a
long
DeviantArt
time.
website?
I did, but it's really bad. I wasn't even like good for DeviantArt standards, so that's saying.
Was it all
something.
anime? All your anime stuff?
Some of it, yeah. But the best of it was like hand drawn sketches. I was really bad at like computer artwork stuff. Yeah, so and then I stopped drawing for a really long time because I got addicted to World of Warcraft. And I played that for, in 3 years' time, I accumulated a whole year of game time. So that means I spent a third of my life playing WoW.
Wow.
And so I was just playing World of Warcraft and going to college. And I only went to like community college, got my AA. And I didn't go for art in particular. I got liberal arts degree, which is like, basically I couldn't make up my mind, and I accidentally got a liberal arts degree.
Same here.
Yeah.
I did that.
And I took just whatever classes I thought sounded cool. Like I did take like Asian studies classes, like history and Asian art, and I took Japanese language classes, so basically really weeby stuff. All the weeaboo classes.
Well, we were talking, and I didn't realize that you are actually a quarter Chinese.
Yeah.
See,
no way.
Yeah.
So like it's funny because there's people
I had no idea.
Yeah, neither did I.
There's people that come to me and they're like, "Oh, like what are you?" It's like, and they'll like asking what my ethnicity is, and I'll say like, "Oh, I'm Irish and German," and they're like, "Yeah," and I'm like, "And a quarter Chinese," and they're like, "That's what it is." So like, there's some people that immediately recognize that I'm Asian, and I've been straight up called like a Asian girl, and like have had guys hit on me because they're like, "Oh, I really like Asian girls," and then I'm like, "Really?" Because I always see myself as like a white girl.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't know till right now, so
Yeah.
I'm kind of surprised, but it's okay.
Yeah.
I'm not like that shocked or anything, but a little bit.
No.
Just because I was wrong.
Yeah.
And I'm never wrong,
I've had some people ask if I'm half Japanese, and Japanese people have asked me that when I'm in Japan. So I don't know. I am whatever people perceive me as.
That's good. Mysterious.
Yeah.
You could wear the MAGA hat and people just wouldn't know, and you could be a weeb and you wouldn't.
People like you'd fit right in.
You could do anything you want.
Yeah.
That's probably the best. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
But so you obviously did art all your life.
Yeah.
And then you.
I somehow got a graphic design job, and that seemed like a dream come true because I didn't think I'd ever have.
It was a hot rod shop, you said?
Yeah.
Oh,
So
okay.
like classic cars.
Wow, cool.
Oh.
Yeah, and I did that for 5
So you're
years.
doing like a lot of pinstripe flame, kind of moving those elements around with like some.
I went for more of like a vintage retro style, not so much like the flames and like
I thought the flames were the retro style, like right up there with Rat Fink and
They
stuff like that.
are, but they're really tacky looking. I tried to avoid doing that.
Oh wow! And did they ever come like look over your shoulder and go, more flames?
No, they would probably be like less flames. I mean, they wanted it like more classy, I guess.
Oh, okay,
Cool.
So it's cool. But
Yeah.
and then well, I mean, obviously you're still drawing.
Yeah.
You're showing your work here
Yes.
too at Giant Robot.
Yeah.
Mm.
So like, how did that happen?
But like, but you also have kind of transitioned into doing like original toys. I think when I met you, you were doing custom stuff too.
Yeah.
How did you fall into all this?
I started collecting sofubi and then was posting like the pieces I was collecting on Instagram.
Which ones or what kind?
The first ones I started collecting was Real Head.
Oh, wow.
And Uamu.
Oh,
stuff.
okay.
Yeah. And then I started to meet like other like toy designers just by like going through Instagram and like following all these people and collectors. And I was also posting my sketches at the same time, and then I got noticed like that way, and I was asked to design a soft vinyl toy, and I got asked to design like 2 of them in like the first year.
Wow.
That I started collecting toys.
Is this one of your first productions?
It's a first. It's an early design though, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So this one, I think it's like 3 years old, 3 or 4 years old now. I don't even like. There's a year on it, I think.
That's impressive. That's really cool. Awesome.
2015.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Getting to 4 years then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Time flies.
See, there you go. Time flies.
Time flies.
Yeah.
But this is a slightly newer piece.
This is I sculpted this one too.
Oh, wow.
And
You're telling me it's a combination of things.
what, the character?
Yeah.
What? I don't remember.
It was like a combination of like a Japanese character.
Oh yeah, Unico.
Mm-hmm.
The unicorn character. So I was trying to go for more of like a retro vibe with the character.
And is it like My Little Pony too?
Yeah. Because I collected My Little Ponies when I was little, and my mom actually took over my collection and greatly expanded on it.
Whoa! So you have collecting in your mom's side too.
Yeah.
Wow.
Awesome.
Yeah, and I really liked unicorns when I was little, so I thought it'd be cool to do like a sad unicorn. Because no one's really.
It's funny because
that.
when you told me, like, I had no idea. I'd never seen any Unico stuff before.
Yeah.
But then I looked it up and I'm like, okay. Or you showed it to me, I think, and I was like, oh, okay. Because you definitely have the MLP fucking head and like the hair and stuff, but then like the body is
MLP. I was like, what is that? My Little Pony. Is that how you guys say that?
That's
That's that Brony talk?
I think that's Brony talk right
Wow.
there.
Okay.
Were you at the My Little Pony show at Tag? Or in
No,
that
I was a little too late for that, unfortunately, because afterwards my mom was asking like, oh, can you get those like blank vinyl like MLP for me? Like because they made special ones for that show.
Yeah.
And they're super rare now.
Yeah, I remember like going to the show and there was a line going down the block down Melrose, and like we were I was just kind of hanging out outside because that's what you do at these things. So you hang out outside, and like I saw this fucking brony like walk, like walking down. Then he did like the fist in the air, like saying, and just kind of yelled, West Coast bronies.
Oh no, that's scary.
And I was dumbfounded. I just stood there
Wow.
and I just like kind of watched him walk down, and I was just like, wow,
the proud man.
they are.
Yeah, Brony strong.
Brony.
Anyways,
Yeah,
you're one of the few females that are doing
Yeah.
toy figures, right? I mean, there's
guess so.
there's
There's
Ayako
a-
from Uamo, like you said,
Yeah.
but who else is there?
Well,
Are there any
especially
others?
especially in America, like
Yeah.
it's a very male centric kind of scene here.
There's a whole lot in China. Like there's a lot of female designers.
Oh, cool.
There, yeah.
Actually, that was one of the things I was kind of like surprised by was the one time I went to Shanghai Toy Show. You were there.
Yeah.
You had a booth.
Yeah.
How was? What do you think of the Chinese market?
It was overwhelming. It made me feel really small because there's all these people that actually like I was like friends with them like a year prior to this show, and they were just starting out. And then I went to the next show and it's like, wow, they blew up and they're doing crazy well. And it's like, I'm super happy for them. But at the same time, it's like, oh my God, like really intimidating to see someone grow so quickly in that scene. Yeah. And then you can't help but like compare yourself to their progress.
I think a lot would say that about you here, though. They'd be like, "Oh my God, she's just only doing this for a few years, and look at her now, right?"
I think she's on fucking Robot and the Bear.
Yeah, I know. But I have a feeling it's the other way around too. Here, for people see like you went really quick on making. You said in the first year you did 2 toys, right?
Yeah,
that's kind of amazing.
Yeah.
That's rad.
But do you? I mean, like. From my experience, and from what I gathered after talking to like the company that I worked with and everything like that, like, do you feel like the Chinese market is kind of isolated, from like everything else? Like obviously, like they really, I mean, like Hot Toys is fucking huge over there, but like, like I don't like I remember looking around with the exception of Molly by. Well, who created Molly? What was his name? Like Peter. I don't remember what his name is.
Yeah, I know what it is though.
Yeah. All the names are escaping me right now, but I know who you're talking
Wait, it's
about.
3 C's, man.
by the 3C master. But like he like there like it. I just like looked around and I was like, What is going on here? Who are these people?
And I don't understand Molly. I don't understand why it's so popular at all. It's just like a girl. It's like a girl, like a doll.
And it's not even a very cute one.
No, it's not. But it's so popular. Like they have it in vending machines now.
Wow.
Yeah.
Fucking. I remember like yeah. Did you talk? Did you go up to the like on the first year when we were both there? Did you go? Did you do that thing? You went to the dinner party that they had.
Yeah.
Like they did you listen to his discussion of the speech?
I hate listening to those. It's just them saying like, look at how much money we made.
Right.
Look at how successful we are.
But he was talking about like his plans for getting these collectibles out across China was through vending machines. Because they could instead of having to open up brick and mortar like locations all across, China, which is fucking huge.
Right.
They would just put up vending machines and put like, have it, ready to go there.
They said they wanted to be big like Lego. Like they want to be on that scale.
Wait, which company?
Pop Mart.
Pop Mart.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
As opposed to Pop Life, who are like a division of Mind Style,
Yeah, completely different.
Completely different.
Yeah.
Wow.
But I guess Chinese people are all about the hype. That's actually another thing that I keep on hearing is that like, the Chinese market is a very immature market, in the sense that like, modern Chinese culture has only been around since the 1970s. If you
maybe less. Is that possible?
Well, it's after Nixon opened up China.
Oh, okay. And I feel like even that has stages from there to now, like big stages.
Yeah. But like because they don't have like the popular world culture like from Hollywood or wherever. Had never really were really late into getting into China. A lot of especially a lot of the weird references, like say Star Wars. Like Star Wars isn't very popular in China because Star Wars never got into China when it was released. Mm-hmm. Meanwhile, Marvel is huge in China because Marvel just kind of came in the last 10 years. So I don't know, but like apparently like people only buy things because of like hype. I mean, you say the same thing about America too.
Sure.
It's people.
That's a different hype. It feels like that hype is out of control in China. Then it just drops like badly.
Yeah, I've totally noticed exactly what you're saying. So they buy stuff not because they purely are like in love with this design or anything. It's just because it's hyped up and they want what's cool and popular. That's all they care about. And then they'll move on to the next thing. They'll drop you like the next month and be on to the next hype train.
Absolutely. That's kind of like the game that like the people, your friends who did like see massive like exponential growth, are risking, like in the sense that like, there might be like, in 2017, they're fucking starting 2018. They're like on God level. In 2019, they're nothing. You know,
Maybe.
that's I mean, that kind of potential is there.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, it can happen. And then with the American market, I noticed like for toys, the collectors, they might not have as much of a disposable income as these Chinese collectors. But when they're your fan, they're loyal and they'll usually stick around for a really long time.
Oh yeah, yeah. No, I considering like looking at my say social media, like I do not have a shit ton of followers. I think I'm okay, you know. But the thing is that like I think because a lot of these people are, you know, there's that loyalty kind of thing, and as long as I continue producing a product that like lives up to their expectations, then like, you know, I feel like I can be able to continue like supporting myself, you know. But I want to get on that cause level. I want to get that sweet fucking like, you know.
Yeah, sweet China money.
Yeah,
you want some of that yuan.
Yeah, that yuan.
Yeah. You want to be popular on the Weibo.
Yeah. Yeah.
And WeChat.
And the WeChat.
Yeah.
You know.
Damn.
Well, what about the China? You know, you visit Japan a lot. Is there like how have you done have you been like selling your stuff through the Japanese market?
Yeah, I have a good amount of Japanese fans as well.
Mm-hmm.
And I went to, what was it, Design Festa, the
Awesome.
one in, was that December that I went last time?
Was that at a big site?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's really
I've been to that a
cool.
bunch of times.
Yeah.
Well, a bunch meaning 4, but that's a bunch.
I want to go back, but it's like hard to get a booth there. But it was really cool. That whole like area is like so futuristic looking, like the building, it looks like it's from the future.
Yeah.
Is that the one with like the upside down triangle?
Yeah.
It looks so cool.
Yeah. Well, cool. I didn't even know that was still going on.
Yeah.
So we put that in Giant Robot, like the magazine, a long time ago. Yeah, you know, because I went to that and I was like, holy shit, like the craft level in Japan was like 10 times or 100 times more than what's here.
Right.
So you'd go to like any craft event here and I was like, oh, look at these shitty everything, right?
Yeah.
And then I went to Design Fest and I'm like, oh my God, look at this level. It's like 10 times better.
It's like Tokyo Hands on
Seriously.
steroids.
It was amazing. And then I took a bunch of photos and I published it, and so many people that were crafty people looked at it and went, oh my God, like what the, like level high, you know?
Yeah.
And these are like young people there making shit. And
Yeah,
then
the amount of
this is
time.
about maybe more than 15 years ago.
Wow.
But so like Design Fest, I went to Design Fest and was just blown out of my mind. I was like, oh my God, look at this.
Yeah, the level of craftsmanship that they put into everything, you can tell they really love what they're doing.
Yeah.
And they put like their heart and soul
gotten better.
into
It's gotten
it.
better here though, I think. A lot better. But it was
If
really bad for a
I go
while.
to like a craft fair in Sacramento, it's like
Oh,
going
that's
to
different.
be MLM stuff.
Wait, what's
like
MLM?
Multi-level marketing.
Oh.
What does that mean?
So that's like pyramid scheme stuff.
Oh.
They're like, I'm selling my leggings.
Oh. Well, I mean, like, you know, with Etsy, like kind of
Well,
like
Etsy, yeah.
like, you know, you're
gotten
beginning
better.
to see a much like higher level of kind of craftsmanship. But I always kind of felt like I think I like heard something somewhere that like, you know, in Japan they kind of have like a hobby culture that has been kind of missing in the United States, whether it's like, you know, felting to model making.
The felting shit is like on point there.
You're right.
Yeah, little children can make that shit, but we can't. Yeah.
You know, I think I've never actually like handled a felted kind of thing because I always kind of imagined it'll just fall apart in your hands if you like touch it for too long.
I don't know.
Like there was the felted steak in the Let's Eat show.
Oh, that was amazing.
That thing was amazing.
Yeah.
You know, but like I don't know. So, well, so are you're getting into Japan? You know, you're getting into China.
Yeah.
You know.
Oh yeah, Design Festa. What did you have a booth there, or did you just kind of walk around and check it out?
So I had sold my stuff at Konatsu's booth. I was lucky enough to have the opportunity to work with her manager, and he gave me some of her toys to paint. And so I did, you know, some crazy like custom painted ones. Sold them at the booth. They sold out like instantly.
Wow.
It was like felt great, like seeing them fly off the shelf. And then I just had like, the next 2 days where I could just explore and check it out.
Wow.
Isn't that festival like? I think there's one in like China too. Like, wasn't there like one? I think like a couple of years ago when I went to Shanghai Toy Show, they also had like a design fest, like, which is like a Chinese version of the Japanese one. Like they, brought their.
That sounds really familiar. I don't remember though.
And actually Kid Robot had a booth there.
Yeah.
And I remember walking around it, and I was just like Shanghai Toy Show a lot more because it's more indie, and their thing was a lot more like kind of.
You think Shanghai Toy Show is indie?
Compared to that one, yes.
Wow.
This one, that one had like huge distribution network kind of like this stuff going like I said, Kid Robot was there, and they had like Bandai was there, and but like nothing interesting, nothing that I considered interesting, but and then they had a small section for the like hand crafted kind of stuff.
Wow.
So
some of the other cool toy shows in Japan, well, not just toy, but like kind of like art and craft fairs, is a Wonder Festival.
I've been to that.
Yeah, so it's cool how they had two separate areas. So one was like indie tables, and then the other side was a whole big additional area that was like
it was
the
a Wonder
licensed
Fest, by the
stuff.
way. It wasn't a design fest.
So,
it was a Wonder
yeah.
Fest.
Oh, okay.
It had two different rooms, right, or something. I went there and I saw that.
Yeah. Lots of good Sofubi
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah, and there's a lot of garage kits, right? Like model kits, tons of that. Yeah. Also it is very cool.
And then also Super Festival.
That I never been to.
So it's really small. And I think it's mostly just Sofubi.
Wow.
Yeah.
And that's in Japan?
Yeah.
Superfest. Wow.
So, one of the things that like in the art toy community that comes up is the difference between Sofubi and soft vinyl.
Mm-hmm.
Soft vinyl, of course, is made in China using a similar process to that. But I was wondering if you had an opinion about it.
Well, they generally say Sofubi is a Japanese word, so you should be using it for a product that's actually made in Japan. But technically, soft vinyl is the same thing as Sofubi. The material's the same. And if the processing is the same too, if it's done with slush casting, they're using the same materials, the same manufacturing process. I feel like you can kind of interchangeably say Sofubi or soft vinyl if someone's maybe not familiar with one term or the other. Like in Japan, they will just say like soft vinyl, Sofubi interchangeably. It's not really
even
a
if
big
it's from
deal.
China.
Yeah. Some people don't care at all about like the difference of whether it's made in China or Japan. Some people care a lot about it. It's really just up to you.
Do you think it's a bigger deal in America than it is in Japan?
I think so. Yeah.
Because like from what I've heard is a lot of more like Japanese designers are like having their stuff made in China because the turnaround in Japan is so long.
Yes.
Yeah, there's such a high demand for these Japanese, pourers, and meanwhile China has the ability to like get it done much quicker.
Yeah, and most of the Sofubi factories in Japan are just like mom and pop, like really tiny factory, like probably even smaller than this room. And
Small room? What? No, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Smaller.
So David Horvath says, made in Japan only. He said Bandai Japan makes soft vinyl Power Rangers in China.
Yeah.
But he said, but made in Japan,
We'll
Sofubi
see, like-
is the only real thing.
Medicom.
That's his opinion. Yeah.
Medicom is all made in China.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's not Sofubi. is it?
Actually, my friend Ash is the guy, the in between, the guy, works for Medicom and is constantly traveling to China,
Yeah.
to check on their factories.
I just think if the final product is rad, that's all that really kind of matters.
Yeah,
All right.
and
I don't
it's
know.
so hard when you
I
want
like this.
something made in Japan and you're waiting like over a year
That's
to get
crazy.
it made. Then it's
Speak-
just like
yeah.
you just have to make the right business decision here, because by the time the design comes out, maybe it's old news, maybe someone's already made it, like so it's,
Or something similar, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I made. I don't know. I did Sofubi a long time ago. Like I did with a company called In the Yellow, who I think were part of another larger company. I can't remember the name of it.
I think, was it In the Yellow?
Yeah, it was In the Yellow. Also did something with another company.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. It's I forgot now. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it was called the Kaiju for Grown-Ups.
Yeah.
Stuff.
I think In the Yellow, it was that one dude though. Forgot his name.
Yeah, Ishii.
Ishii. Yeah, that's it.
And,
Ishii.
you know, but like, you know, this was like 2000 and maybe like 2007, 2008, you know, and like I had no idea what like this is before like I never even heard of Sofubi at the time, you know, but like, you know, suddenly like it just kind of blew the fuck up, you know, and in the art toy, you know, scene at least. So
yeah. Damn.
Yeah, I fucking like I found like a backlog of all these old like unsold figures that I had, like, and I just got rid of them for like, you know, like $75 each, and I probably should have like, you know, tried to flip them for $150 or something like that, you know, because it's like older, it's like antique, you know.
Damn.
You know,
Antique Luke Chu.
Antique Luke Chu.
Yeah. So do you make a living kind of doing toys and art and stuff like
Yeah,
that?
I do this full time
Wow.
now. So I transitioned, like I was doing my graphic design work for like a while part time, and then when I realized that I could make potentially more doing just focusing on my artwork, then I quit my job, and now I'm doing this and just fully relying on that.
But is it actually any 2D art that's part of it, or is it mostly just doing like 3D stuff?
The skills, they work together. So it helps to also have the 2D art skills. Like for when I'm designing a toy, then you want to do like the header artwork. And when you're at these events, that people like to watch you drawing, and they like to ask for like paintings and drawings and sketches while you're there. So it definitely helps. I would like to get more like into doing like 2D paintings and see that part of my work like really take off. But it's way more difficult, I think.
Takes more time, maybe?
It takes a lot of time. I'm really slow at paintings. That's probably like my biggest problem. But also it seems like it's harder to make a living that way.
In Sacramento, especially.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm international now. It's like, you know, you sell stuff online. So.
Well, don't you feel that like the geography plays a big role in like, you know, your own personal exposure?
I think like if I lived in LA, then maybe things would progress faster, just because I'd have more opportunities to attend events and meet people, and so I could see the benefit of that for sure. Like there's everything happens here, so I could be attending a lot more things and meeting more people and make more connections that way.
Absolutely. Because I've met so many artists that like wanted to believe that because of the internet and social media, they could essentially like live wherever they want. You know, they could escape. You know,
Meeting people in person.
Yeah.
Right.
You know,
is that true?
No,
right? Yeah, even with all the technology, it's just still doesn't work, huh?
No.
Yeah.
I mean, like, unless your name and your brand is on that level.
Well, it means you got there somehow already. So
yeah. But like, you know, if you're, I think that, like, being where the activity is definitely helps. You know, just having a presence and like running around and like, you know, talking it with other people, meeting up with your colleagues makes a huge difference.
And just like exposure to all the stuff that's going on. Like Eric was saying that he went to like the book fair, you know, and it's like I wouldn't be exposed to that like in Sacramento. I wouldn't be able to just go and
you never know. It might be the same exact thing. You're going to Sacramento. Like, what was I looking at? And maybe it's from Sacramento. I had no idea.
We have a few fairs for stuff like random art things, and they're really just boring.
Yeah.
And not good quality stuff.
So when you sculpt, do you sculpt like clay and to create the general like, or do you do it all like in 3D? Like,
Well, so I didn't sculpt this one. This one was sculpted by Jorge Maxwini. Because I'm not a very good sculptor, but I sculpted these ones. And I did it with clay. Yeah.
Wow.
But
Jorge Max Winey is his name?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Oh, that's an interesting
Do you know
name.
him?
No.
Wow.
He does 2D paintings now mostly. Yeah, not so much known for his sculpting work.
Oh, yeah. Like I've never sculpted any of my own stuff before.
It's really difficult. I prefer to just hire a sculptor because it would take me so much time to get good at sculpting, and like it would just be it feels like a waste of time.
Right. Yeah. If you know someone who is very like, especially like taking something and taking it all the way to production, because there's like things you have to consider, like where it's cut.
Yeah.
Understanding the process well enough to like make sure that like because I was looking at this piece of yours and I was like, how did they pull this thing out of the mold?
Yeah, so this is really complicated. Like it should not exist. Like the factory kept trying to tell me like, do not try to turn this into sofubi, like because it's just such a weird shape.
Like did they pull from here, like?
Okay, so
or did they pull out like that?
So if you had the body, imagine there's like a big like vinyl cup that comes off of it, right. And it's like poured into there and like pulled out this way, I think, and then
they have to push. They have to push each one of these little pieces.
Yeah, they all kind of like pop out.
Yeah, they're all misshapen, from the mold, because that. Like that looks like something that would come out of a 2-piece mold, not a, not like because sofubi is literally like they just literally like it's hot vinyl on a hot mold and they pull it and they pop it out. But these little
so that piece is 2 pieces.
No, this is
3, 1, 5.
6
oh, it's
pieces,
that many. Wait,
yeah.
The arms too. Oh yeah. Duh.
And the tail. So it doesn't have much
tail,
mobility.
1, 2, 3.
Really, the only thing that turns
5,
is
6.
the head.
Oh, 6 pieces, yeah, or something like that.
But I wanted the movement to be in the body. So like it can be standing still, but it feels like it's moving still. I had to sacrifice like actual like playability.
Like you couldn't get the hands to or the arms.
Because I wanted them to be like in that exact pose, but because of that, then if you wanted the arms to move, they'd have to be like sticking out of the body awkwardly, kind of. Yeah. But it was kind of like a marvel that it was like able to happen and be pulled in sofubi.
Just looking at like all these pieces, I'm just like, whoever fucking cast that thing hates you.
Yeah. And it wastes so much vinyl from what I've heard. Not only like in each piece, like if it's not pulled correctly, he has to throw it out and start over. But also like, just so much waste from the vinyl, like in making this piece that actually like it's really expensive. So the like factory cost for it is super expensive. Like it would be the same price to pull a sofubi piece that's like this big, but then like it has like the perfect like round joints and it's like, big round and like chubby body that's easy to pull for sofubi.
Right.
And it's like the same cost as this one.
Right. Yeah.
So do you have suggestions for a person listening who wants to get into making toys? Because there's it's always a thing that I ask people because there's no one way to do it.
Oh, like how to get started doing it?
Yeah.
The easiest way is to start making resin because you can do it in your own like house,
That's what Pat said, right? From Monkey King.
Yeah.
I believe he said that too.
Yeah. So like for me, I got started because people offered to me to design. So it was kind of like easier for me, like for better or for worse. But if you want to get into like making sofubi, it's good to start learning the skills for resin because it is kind of a similar idea where you have to be able to pull it from the mold in a certain way. Yeah, and some people are able to then take their resin and use it as a prototype and then produce it into vinyl from there.
Awesome.
Well, with resin, you could, like the molds aren't designed to like last longer than a certain number of pulls anyways. So like, you could be able to do nice limited edition kind of runs, let people see what you're all about, and then usually like a company like will, if they like what you do, they'll kind of like approach you and go like, hey, how about vinyl?
Wow.
But that's like, so you mentioned that you're more interested. You're kind of hoping that you could get your painting career like a little bit more to the place where your sculpture stuff is at. Have you thought about like what have you?
How you gonna do that?
Yeah, how are you doing?
Well,
how are you approaching that?
So I tried to do that this year. I just accepted more invitations to art shows and just forced myself to like start painting more. So it worked out okay. And in general, I just need to like get better at it, get faster at it, and not only like accept invitations to art shows, but proactively asking galleries to include me in their shows.
That's the hard part. Swallow that pride.
Oh, I'm perfectly fine with giving up my pride if it'll help me like in the industry.
Yeah.
Cool. I thought you were more shy and stuff. I guess not.
No, I will proactively do things to like help my business because that's my whole thing. Like it's all me. Like I'm doing all this by myself. Like it's I do every facet of my business myself. So
cool. I think when I first met you, was it true? I think it was at Decon. I think somebody tried to give you a hug and you said, "I don't do that" or something.
I don't know if that was
Is that true?
me. No.
Is that you?
I would probably just reluctantly like accept the hug.
Oh, okay. I was like, wait a second. Is she a germaphobe? But I wasn't sure.
I don't think that was me.
That was you. I think.
Oh.
I thought anyway. It was
Depends on who it is.
Okay, maybe you turned somebody away. That was the problem. Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. Anyway.
Well, when a person asks for a hug, that's just kind of weird.
Yeah. I don't know. It was
Right.
weird. I remember I saw it and I was like, oh, that's weird.
Unless you like do it in like in a weird, like, oh, give me a hug. All right, you have a good, like, that kind of way. Like it's like it's just kind of like like.
I swear I thought you told the person, oh yeah, I don't really do that or something like that.
That doesn't sound like me.
Really?
Really.
Okay.
Yeah, because that's like
everybody
that would
hug
take
Candie.
confrontation.
Everybody
No.
Everybody
Oh my God.
hug Candie Bolton.
Yeah,
no.
She's wearing an invisible free hugs fucking
No.
sandwich
Oh my
board
God.
on her.
Don't put that out there.
It's out there.
Do we have any questions?
No. No audience questions. Just a lot of comments about like Superfest is great, man. Like stuff like that.
It is great.
Yeah.
Wait, when are some? Are there any cons happening around the time I'm going to be in the middle of December?
I think Design Festa might be going on.
It happens in middle of December though. I'm not sure.
I don't remember.
When does Comic-Con happen?
Oh,
That's
don't know.
at the end, isn't it? The end of the year.
Okay.
Like December 31st type shit.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I believe it's like right at the end.
Because I'll be back in the country right before Christmas.
Okay.
But
yeah, Comic-Con's wild.
if anyone's out there in Japan listening, let me know.
And
PM me.
Design Festa was twice a year before, so I don't really know if it's still twice a year.
I think it is. Yeah.
Used to be twice, and then sometimes they had one year, and I was just like, I can't keep track of.
What is a Comic-Con like? Do they have like doujinshi there?
Yes.
Okay.
Like thousands.
Oh my God.
Yeah, and thousands of people, and I think like hundreds of thousands of people go.
Mm.
It's kind of insane.
I just want to go and find
The Pooh comic.
Something to
It's
top
there. It's there.
I have the Pooh comic. I just Okay, so like the first time I went to Japan, I went to Mandarake, and I was looking for the most insane manga I could find. Like sexual manga, and I found two of them.
Okay.
And one of them, it was a magical girl. Like the cover's a magical girl with her legs propped up and a funnel put inside her and insects being dropped inside the funnel.
No.
And
wow.
I was like, okay,
man.
this is this is pretty crazy,
Yeah.
So I picked that one up, and then another one was just all these schoolgirls. With poo everywhere.
Yay! Awesome.
And I have not opened that one. I opened the other one, and it's kind of what I expected, which is a lot of insect rape.
Oh.
But
man.
but
That's some people have that without doing it on purpose, which is even more disgusting. Yeah.
But like the poo one, I have never opened. Like the cover is enough, and the front and back covers are enough for me to go, okay, I get it. This is like way beyond anything I would ever like.
It's like they saw Tub Girl and they're like, that's my thing.
Yeah, exactly, exactly. Or well, there was another one. It was like
we did get one question, by the way. Wait, tell me about this other one that you're talking about.
It was another Japanese Super Sentai inspired or magical girl inspired shit eating porn.
That's awesome. No, that's the kind of thing that I would want to look for. Like, I don't know if I'd buy it, but I'm like, just interested by their creativity.
Yeah. No, I would buy it just because it is so insane. Like, I can't believe like there was a printer that printed this stuff. Yeah. And
the artist who painstakingly like drew, and I'm sure it's like the art is probably really like gorgeous.
Oh yeah,
like,
it's all digital color too.
Yeah.
It's really like and like they like it's over the top, and like that's just from the fucking cover.
Like this guy has the skill to like paint the Mona Lisa, but he's like,
oh yeah, this guy can probably.
Okay, so here comes some questions. Have you ever tried ketchup chips? Is that a Japanese thing? I don't even know what that is.
I've seen them, I think, but I think I've seen them because I usually look for that shit.
All right. Well, okay. Bad question. Okay. Next question. From Real Bilton. Is that the same guy? Okay. Anyway, so he asks best Japanese convenience store. We can all probably have a pick there.
Okay. I say Family Mart because of their Fammy Chickie.
What's that?
It's like a chicken breast that's like deep fried, and they sell it in like the hot area, the hot food area,
usually right by the counter,
and it says on it like juicy, the boneless type or something. Like really like Englishy on it, but it's really good.
Wow.
7-Eleven for me.
7-Eleven for me.
Yeah.
Really?
7-Eleven has a lot of their own products that they make, so it's kind of I guess they all do, right? But I like 7-Eleven.
I like it because it has
it beats Family Mart.
It's the convenience of it, and they all have the international ATMs. So if I want to like withdraw cash, from my debit card, I could, I know I could count on a 7-Eleven having.
True.
You don't like 7-Eleven as much?
Well, I'm like always happy to see a 7-Eleven because I know they have the ATM there that you can use. But like, if I was like picking a number 2, I'd say it's Lawson.
Lawson's? Oh. How about Natural Lawson's? You ever see that?
I haven't seen it actually.
But I still think 7-Eleven's better than all of them, in my opinion.
Well, I have a Lawson's tip, and that is that if you want to go to the Ghibli Museum, all you need to do is go to the Lawson's across the street from there, and you could buy your tickets for like the next day or like later on that week there, instead of like doing the queuing up months ahead of time to get the tickets.
Wow.
Like I had another in on that one, but that person's gone now. Meaning, any moment, just hey, dude. Yeah. So when I went, I didn't even have a ticket.
Nice.
Yeah. When I went one time with my friends who got like tickets like through like whatever channels, and then like my friend Patrick, who was on the show, Patrick from Monkey King, flew into town, and he wanted to go to the Ghibli Museum, and I just ran across the street to the Lawson's, picked up some tickets, and like.
You were the hero.
And I was
hero Luke.
I was a hero.
Complex Con hero, getting 4 tickets, and now this.
Yep.
You know how there's like a specific time that you're supposed to show up on the ticket? One time we were like 10 minutes late, and the guy like checking our ticket was like, but you're 10 minutes late. And we were like, oh God, is he not going to let us in? But he's like, it's okay this time. And he like let us in. That would be so mean if they turned us away.
It's because of, it's because you're not Japanese.
No, but they let us in. No, I understand why they do that. They're really strict with the tickets so that they don't want like overcrowding, because they want you to have like a nice calm experience there. So
I thought they were like, he just felt bad for the non-Japanese, people.
I mean, it could be that. Yeah.
Maybe that's why you got away with it.
They don't understand our ways.
Yeah.
Another question. David Horvath, Ugly Dolls Man, asks, what territory does Candie think is the one to focus on for the toys between U.S., Japan, and China?
Ooh, that's a good question.
I mean, it depends on what you're trying to accomplish. Like, if you just want to like blow up and see yourself become like the new like hyped up thing, try to focus on China, but it's hard. Like, I think that you would have to know Chinese or have someone helping you that speaks Chinese to help you like get into like the whole WeChat like social media thing and whatever else they use, Weibo. And so that's like a crazy growing market. Some people are saying it's a bubble though, and it's going to burst. So I don't really know. I can't tell the future. I'd say that Japan and America are more stable markets, and you'll find fans that will stick around for like your lifetime pretty much.
Have you checked out the Korean market?
Yeah, I went there for what is it, like art toys something?
Right. Yeah. I keep getting like weird like invitations to buy a booth for that thing, and I'm like, I don't buy.
So
booths.
I went one time. I just caught like the tail end of it, and my friend Rato Kim, who does Sofubi as well, she told me about this place, and I don't think she went that time that I actually attended. But from what I've heard, she told me that it's more of like a place where you sell little inexpensive items like stickers and patches and pins, and people aren't looking to spend like hundreds of dollars on toys there. And my friend was telling me that in general, that's kind of like Korea's whole attitude about toys. They don't see it as a worthwhile thing to invest your money into, but they still appreciate like the artistry, and they might think that like your stuff looks really cool. They don't want to like invest in a toy, but they'll buy like a little postcard, you know, like some little cheap thing. Yeah.
Wait, would you call it investing in the toy or just buying it because you like it?
Well, sometimes it's kind of like an investment because you know in the back of your head you're like, well, if I'm on hard times, I can sell this toy on eBay.
Oh wow. I usually don't. Yeah, that doesn't even enter my mind with toys. Unfortunately, I just get something because I like it. I'm like, oh, it's cool, but I never think of the selling. Like I'm like, I guess you can sell your stuff again in the aftermarket.
Yeah.
There's a lot of stuff out there. I don't think you could sell it at all. Is that true? You think? Like some people's toys, there's no aftermarket, is there?
Yeah, I mean,
I'm gonna guess no on some of it, but I don't know.
probably not.
I'm
Yeah.
probably like Designer Con. There's only a handful of booths out there
That's what I'm
that
saying.
can like you know have a flippable kind of thing.
Yeah, and it's bad if too many people are flipping your toy, but at the same time, like you want a healthy amount of like aftermarket value for sure, because that's how you have the hype behind your stuff.
Word.
Damn.
You've also done Taiwan.
Yeah, I was just at a Taipei Toy Festival. I did that right before I made my trip to Japan, and that went really well. Actually, Taipei Toy Festival is really fun. And
It's a small one.
Yeah, it's pretty small. It's 2 buildings now.
Oh, is it? Oh.
Yeah.
Is it still in that same place across from Wrong Gallery?
Yeah. It's
Okay.
like always going to be there, I think.
Nice.
Yeah.
So it sounds like it's gotten bigger.
Yeah, because they expanded to the building across the way, and then also the top floor of that building is being used.
Oh,
too.
wow. So it's like 3 times the size of like fucking like 5 years ago or 6 years ago when I went.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, because when I went, it was only one little section.
When you went,
Yeah.
was it so packed that it was hard to walk around?
No.
Okay, because that's how like the main like original building where they like started it all, like in that building, like every day you can't walk around in there. There's so many people.
Wow. Things have changed, Luke.
Certainly
You need to get back
sounds like-
there.
Yeah, but you know,
those also are your peeps.
well, you know, okay. So this is. Let me know how you feel about this, Candie. Basically, the way I kind of saw it was like I was talking to Ben from 3D Retro about the Chinese market, and I was saying like, look, there's a lot of crazy shit going on there, but like if you don't have the hype behind you, you're just fucking throwing money into a hole. And it's probably smarter for like a company who like you're going in as an individual artist, but like for a company like 3D Retro or Monkey King to actually booth up in China, like, it just doesn't seem like a great idea. It's better to just go there and headhunt, look for talent, and try and
Yes.
with, shower them with promises of like having an American presence.
Yeah.
You know.
There's definitely artists that are looking for that because they know that like they're hot right now in China, but they're worried that that's going to go away. So they're looking for those American fans. And
Wow.
yeah, so it's appealing to them. I think that a good way to go about it would be looking for talent and, looking for artists to collaborate with, because then it, gets your foot in the door. People will recognize your name when you go over there.
Because like when you go to like when you're doing a con, I know like the time we were out there, you shared a booth with a friend,
Yeah.
and it didn't seem like you were carrying like like boxes and boxes and boxes. It seemed like you probably just had a suitcase full of your own product, and you were able to travel out there relatively affordably.
Yeah, I bring just a suitcase and that's it. Well, because I specialize in mostly like the customized toys that are like really heavily painted. Like I spend a lot of time on one piece and then they end up selling for a pretty high amount.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a good market for that kind of thing. You'll find those collectors out there that want like that the one-off, highly collectible piece, and they just happen to have like the disposable income for it.
So have you like painted up a bunch of mollies yet?
I painted like 2 mollies. Yeah.
And were they the first things to go? Were they the first things to go?
Well, it was like an official like Instinct Toys collaboration. That was like an auction piece.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then another one was a commission.
Oh, that's cool. That's I've always been kind of curious about like how they that like the customizing kind of thing kind of works, just because I never really like personally like done it outside of like maybe like one little piece in a show at like Tag Gallery back when Toy Gallery was around, but like it seems like such a different kind of scene, because like you are like, you're just kind of like, using painting techniques and stuff like that to customize a piece. I don't think you're actually going in there with the magic sculpt and,
I have done that a few times, but I don't specialize that because I'm not a very good sculptor. But like my friend Remji, who I was sharing the booth with when you saw me, she has been doing a lot of that recently, and her stuff is amazing. She's a really good sculptor. If you want to check her out on Instagram, it's Remji Malham.
REMJIE.
I think it's _MALHAM.
Remji Malham.
Yeah. But she's been doing a lot of that recently.
There's only a handful of people I can think of who are good at that.
Yeah.
She did a Negora recently that's like amazing.
Oh, that's cool.
Do you know what the original looks like?
I do.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. I actually have one of the old ones that like were done. I forgot who did them, but it came with the rat. It came with the rat.
That was a Max Toy one.
Yeah.
Then that was an older one.
So do you make plans for like years, or is it mostly just kind of going with it, 6 months at a time?
I try to at least plan like 3 months ahead of time.
It's not that much. Okay. I wasn't sure if you've got like longer plans to like, work on things now for 5 years down the line type of thing.
No,
not at all.
Yeah. It's really just like whatever's like right in front of me at the moment. That's all I can focus on.
Awesome.
All right. Well, how are you doing on time?
Past the 2.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Wow. It's late.
Oh yeah. We're past 2.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, Candie Bolton, thank you so much for coming on the show.
Thank you.
I appreciate it. What do you have anything coming up? And are you doing DesignerCon and stuff?
Yeah, I'll be at DesignerCon booth 928, I believe. I'm sharing a booth with oh god.
You forgot.
Seymour Art, Peter Kelk.
Hmm.
Yeah, I don't know if you want to show like his.
Nah.
Okay. Nah.
See more art.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
and again, like tomorrow evening,
Yeah.
people can come out and support you.
I'll be
Check it-
doing my signing at the Hello Kitty store on Hollywood Boulevard.
Is that the
Wow.
one that Anch painted up? Do you know Anch Movement?
You had them on the
Yeah.
podcast,
Mhm.
right? Yeah.
Yeah. He I know he did something Sanrio related, but like, and it was in Hollywood, but I don't know whether or not it was a temporary thing or if it's a long running thing, you know. So is it, I guess, like a Hello Kitty store?
Yeah, like a straight up like Sanrio store.
Have you seen, you've been inside, right?
Yeah, I just went in there today.
I could talk to you about it.
Okay.
Or you can just talk about it now. We'll listen. No, I'm kidding.
No. I was going to dig up photos of like his thing and see
Oh.
whether or not it was like the same space.
Nah, it's okay.
Yeah. That's why I like put it down.
Anyway, thanks for joining us.
Thank
And wait,
you.
Candie Bolton on Instagram,
Yes.
Candie Bolton, and then on Twitter it's _ in between. Yeah.
Yeah, Candie _Bolton.
But Instagram, you're gonna use